they're slowly taking over the East Coast. They're
Oh,
like
okay.
Wow.
yeah. But having worked for many companies previously, I can say that they do they seem to treat their employees very well from what I've experienced so far. So I'm
Oh,
pretty
that's
happy with
good.
it. Yeah, they gave us a temporary
A
the second
tempor
week of May was nice.
a temporary what?
$2 an hour raise.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that you have to keep exposing yourself during this, but I'm glad that you're getting compensated.
I am I am like the least like germophobic. And plus I am not in any way like, I'm not a young child with asthma and I'm not an old person with respiratory issues. So
Yeah, I feel you.
I'll be fine.
And I assume you don't have regular contact with either of those groups.
There is a child in my house with asthma, but he has not left in at this point.
Well, that's good.
And I tend to stay as far away from the small ones as possible.
Yeah, I've been having like knockdown, drag out fights with my older relatives on the phone because all of them are pissed about having to stay inside, and it's like y'all are all old and sick and compromised. My aunt was actually on NPR because she was stuck in, or she's still currently stuck in Guatemala. Uh,
Oh, right.
Oh, that's
yeah, well, she hopefully is getting out. I think this coming week. My uncle got her a ticket, but it was like, fuck,
yeah.
that's not good.
Yeah, if only I had been like on vacation in Hawaii or something. Like, oh no, hey.
Oh, drat.
Looks like everyone's here, right?
Does seem that way.
Yes, I do believe everybody is here. How is everybody doing aside from the mass panic?
I'm pretty calm.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. My health
You
is, so you know.
Yeah, doing pretty good over here.
Well, they shut my gym down, so I'm just like a lost puppy every day. So
Aww.
Well,
I'm just waiting for the rage to come.
Yeah.
I have to go exercise my demons in the morning, or I'm just like a terrible person. I feel bad for my girlfriend.
Aw.
I had literally just started like getting back to the gym and was like just getting in the swing of it. And I went for like a week and a half, and then they're like, "Nope," and I was like, "Cool." So
Yeah, but it's awesome though. I work with a trainer like once a week, just to
Mhm.
like for powerlifting stuff, and he just reached out to me today. He's actually running like he has a lot of he used to weigh like 350 pounds or something, and he's like in super good shape now. Probably weighs like
Mhm.
180.
Yeah.
And he started out by working out just at his house,
Mhm.
and he and a couple of his friends, he's having them over for a couple days a week to do like full body workout classes and stuff. So
Nice.
I'm gonna be going over there. That'll at least keep me busy.
That's good.
Yeah, which is nice
Whew.
of him for sure.
I apologize ahead of time for my yawning because it's gonna happen throughout the
No
game.
worries. Like if you need to sleep, dude, sleep.
No, I am fine. Who? And it's not like I don't work early in the morning. Like I don't go into work until 1:30, 2 o'clock. So
Yeah,
even if I stay up till like 4 or 5 in the morning, I can still I can still.
that's good.
Yeah.
There is.
I
Underdark that
apologize
needs
if you
explored.
hear a lot of barking in the background. We just got new foster puppies today, and
Aw.
my German Shepherd is just obsessed, and he won't shut up when he's separated from them.
You should definitely post some
Aw.
pictures in the chat of those when you get a chance. But
How do
otherwise,
I do that? But yeah, I'll definitely do that once my phone's turning on.
Yeah, down in the chat, there's a little plus icon. If you just press that, you can access all your pictures.
Or you can
if
just-
you're on a laptop, you just drag and
Yep.
drop.
Sorry, down in the chat. There's a little. Oh wait, I have Discord on my phone. I should be able to figure it out.
Yeah, if it's on your phone, there's just a little plus symbol right next to where you type the text, and it just accesses your camera roll and all that stuff. Alrighty, so the first couple of questions I have, because I forgot completely. For those of you that investigated, and if you don't remember exactly, I understand 100%. For those of you that investigated the Alchemist's workstation, what all did you find? Because I think I forgot to mention a couple of items.
Well, we found collect because I found some things, but I didn't understand what I found.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I think the one ingredient that we confirmed for sure was essentially like an ignition, like an igniting agent. So it could be used for like alchemist fire. And then there was just a bunch of other ingredients that we didn't really understand. I believe because it was written in Dwarven or Dwarvish.
Right.
Yeah.
Although somebody cast comprehend languages and was able to
I
read
missed
it.
that part.
Yeah, Wilfred has comprehend as a ritual.
So yeah, tons of ingredients and stuff, but there were 2 items in particular. And by the way, I believe you guys decided to take a long rest.
Yes.
As I'm remembering with Narth splayed out on the
Well,
bed.
I had splayed out on the bed, but then they had discovered that there was the ladder going up to the bazaar, and that I think we decided we were going back to the tavern.
If you wanted to go into Emberhold to rest at the tavern, you could easily do that.
But then you also gave me, since I did the original investigation, I got the lump of lump of black metal that vibrates, fuels magical nature.
Okay.
And that I had showed this to the team, but then I also had under the drawer, hidden latch contains a letter, lizard hide letter with written in Dwarvish, needs translated.
Right.
That's what I have.
All
But
right.
I did not show any letters to anybody. I kept that a secret.
Yep, I remember that. Oh,
And
Popper
if I
is-
recall, in the Zenith found like all the cache of alchemical ingredients.
Mhm.
But if I recall correctly, up in the alchemist station, there was various like an herbalist and an alchemist set.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to say there were like some books on that might maybe be on how to like do the
Correct.
recipes.
Yep, there's a number of books. And yeah, alchemist supplies and stuff. Anyone can technically use the kits, you just don't get your proficiency bonuses when you use them.
Are there poison recipe books?
Yep, there are poisoning.
That was the third one.
All that stuff would take a while to actually like sit down and read through and figure out. And also that.
Can I grab one of the poison books?
Oh.
Yep, those are dogs.
They are very adorbs.
Yeah, they're half lab, half pit bull, we think. But I don't know if you can. They're pretty beat up. They just reeked like they had been living in a garbage can when we got them, and they were all scarred up like they'd been bitten by
Poor guys.
another dog, and then their paws have like these weird burns on them.
Yeah, their
Oh,
paws.
on
do-
right now.
I can see that they look a little, especially the one on the far left there.
Yeah. Poor babies.
Yep, they're doing all right now. We'll be watching them for like probably the next like month or so, like we usually do, and they'll be shipped off to another home.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
Alrighty. There was one other item that I forgot because it was something that I was going to put there and it wasn't in the book and I didn't think about it. So we'll just say that you guys, if you wanted to take the long rest either down here or go back up to the tavern, either works. We'll just kind of fast forward a little bit past that so you guys are all long rested up and good to go.
Oh, I love having spell slots again.
Does anybody wake me up?
Well, I mean,
Are we all going back to the tavern?
You said that we would be afforded the opportunity to visit the bazaar again.
Yeah, you could even do that from here. I mean, the ladder
Yeah.
here actually opens up right in the Blade Bazaar itself, like in
I
a
just,
small
I just,
alleyway.
okay. I just wanted to buy one more potion of healing if that's possible.
Yep, they do mark up the price a little bit, so they do ask for 65 gold pieces.
Okay. Sounds good. And I'll
Since
just
you're
get
a
that then.
filthy surface dweller.
Damn them. They're all the same.
Oh wait, we got two potions
Um,
of healing each, I think.
Yes, you
Oh, we
found
got
potion.
3 total, I thought.
No, I found.
Yeah, it was 3
Yeah, I
total,
found
so I
3.
rolled-
No, I found 3 and he found 1. Because I rolled a 3 and
Oh,
he
okay,
rolled a
so
1.
it's 4 total.
Yeah.
Right, gotcha. Wilfred, there is a small wooden puzzle box that catches.
Oh, you cut out at puzzle box.
It's a small wooden puzzle box that catches your eye. It
Ooh.
it just seems like some sort of interesting thing. It would take some toying with or possibly an identify to figure out what it is. However, just from looking at it on the outside, one of the faces of it appears like a gemstone, and then
Okay.
the other faces
up, man?
are one looks like a copper coin, one looks like a silver coin, one looks like a gold coin, one looks like a
Guess I'd turn off the music. Uh-oh.
I heard gemstone, copper, silver, gold, platinum.
and then the sixth side is blank.
Okay. So like I'm thinking a Rubik's Cube situation,
God, she's loud.
kind of.
Kind of, but each face only has the one. They're not broken into like a 4 square grid or anything.
Okay, gotcha.
But it stands out to you particularly due to your ability to innately sense things with a transmutative magical nature to them.
Oh, okay. Funky. Wolfred will put that in their pocket.
Yeah,
Sure.
buzzing noise. What's that buzzing
Alrighty.
noise?
So I think that's everything. So you guys are free to
That's the buzzing noise.
converse over any of the treasure or anything you would like to discuss before either heading out or telling me what you'd like to do next.
I am currently groggily following the group because I am very hurt.
Well, we're just fast forwarding to the next day. Full hit points, full everything, and you, I assume, return this way back down to the
Okay,
tunnels.
then in the middle of the night, I'd like to kind of quietly wake up Wilfred and just ask him, would you care to take a look at this letter I found?
Sure. I'm assuming it's in a language that you can't speak.
That's correct. I don't speak or read Dwarvish, so it just seemed interesting and alarming at the same time. So I just wanted to check it out first and then see what it says.
Sure. Wilfred will spend however long casting Comprehend Languages as a ritual to read it and see what's what.
No problem. So the note reads, I don't need your poison anymore. I'll deal with Wirt's Salt Baron myself. Bring me an elf blade, one with the swirlies carved into the steel, and I'll forget you failed me. And I don't want to see any of your goons near my post. The Captain Erdskull is poking around, and I could use a scapegoat. Signed, Gorglak.
Gorglak. Okay. Wilfred will read that out loud to Arthok.
Cool. All right. This means nothing at the moment, but hopefully.
No, my passive perception is 11. I don't notice shit.
Well, the letter mentions someone not wanting to see people near their post, and that the captain is poking around. So, with your intelligence, Wilfred, you gather that it sounds like this might be a town guard.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant like to Zenith. Like I don't notice Zenith paying attention because
Gotcha.
I mean,
letter
Narth
and dump.
Narthar would, but
Uh,
Gotcha.
but yeah, Gorglak. Any of you know who, or do you know who a Gorglak is?
I
I don't know.
I do not, and um, I just kind of scoop it up and then go back to my hidey hole and kind of just mull over it, and then as we're walking, I'll mention it to the group. Like the next morning as we're walking.
Sure. So you've got this letter, pretty incriminating to one of the city guard.
Well, we could show it to Black Skull and see if we'll get paid for it.
Sorry, is Gorglath the name of the town's guard that the one we presume is the town's guard, or is that someone else?
I think it's from Gorglak, right?
Oh,
Oops,
should we
sorry,
go back to
sorry, I dropped out for a second. My phone's.
should we go
crappy,
back to Black Skull anyways and tell them about
Buckfrucker?
Buffalo? Yeah.
Yeah.
Buckfrucker and all them?
Yeah,
Oh
we have
yeah.
to.
'Cause we could
have to
definitely do
report
that.
on the Serial
She-
killer,
she-
anyway.
And
She said for every 3 pieces of evidence, you get a prize. So, Buck.
Oh wait, so we need one more.
Gorglak is certainly one. Did you have something else?
Did we?
do we want to give her the vibrating metal? That seems a little.
Nope.
Give her the
Valuable.
vibrating what's up?
There was a obsidian black
That's right.
vibrating rock found that every time you touch it, it hums with a powerful vibration.
Yeah, I want to know what that is before I hand it to anybody, in my personal opinion.
Yes, I'd like
Yeah.
a chance to study it as well, but I suppose our next question would be:
Is this item is magical in nature, correct? So I might,
Indeed.
if I was afforded a couple minutes with it, I could cast Identify on it.
Well,
You could indeed.
Go for
when we do, where are we at though first?
the inn.
If we're still in the inn, I'd say that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would have, away from prying eyes, I could cast Identify.
Let me just pop you guys over there.
quick question: am I quiet for everybody else?
You can adjust the volume individually. I just did that for you.
Sorry, here. Let me.
I will do that too.
Yeah,
Click on them.
you're good for me. I adjusted your volume
All
already.
All right, I turned.
Alright.
I was connected to Wi-Fi and it was giving me issues, so I'm on data now, so it shouldn't be a problem. Sorry, Zenith. What was the question you were asking me?
I was just LJ mentioned that I was coming through really quietly, so I was just asking if that was a problem for everybody else too.
Oh, gotcha. I can hear you fine.
Maybe my ears.
Well, it also might be my headphones because my things have been plugged in and out of the computer like a dozen times,
Right.
and sometimes it gets confused.
Issue. This is the audio issue campaign. Naturally.
True.
All right, where are you casting Identify? Are you doing it up in the room?
Yes. Well, actually, I would do it wherever Narthar's willing to hand it over, which I'm assuming it probably would be up in the room.
Yeah, I'm assuming we'd probably do any talking up in the room where there's less chance of people to overhear.
Right. Seems reasonable to me.
Is Jim Jar still lurking around?
Yep, he's there with you.
Okay, that's fine. I just, figured I would ask.
Jim jarring about. All right, so you cast Identify.
Oh, and I tell Stool about the other Stoolies we met.
Oh yeah, the Myconids.
Actually, that's a thing we can tell him. We can tell him that those myconids got like cursed or poisoned or something.
She
Yeah.
did say she's just looking for any signs of strange behavior or corruption. So yeah, that could definitely be one.
We
Um,
have
But
when
we
you-
don't have any proof of it.
Other than the fact that they all simultaneously found religion.
we have a witness if we go down and get the good one.
Yeah.
That's
Stool asks you if you happen to get the names of any of them.
Rumpadump.
There we
Rumpadump.
go.
And with that, Stool's eyes go wide and says, "That's my best friend from Neverlight. I can't believe they're this close. If you're gonna go back, can I come with?"
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you heard what we said about it being all fucked up down there, right? Just to make sure. I mean, you can still go, but
Well, I want to make sure my friend is safe.
Yeah, totally. Help your friend get out. Yeah.
Also, perhaps if he comes with us, it might make it easier for the friend to be able to leave. He was very reluctant to leave earlier, if I recall.
that's fair.
He was.
That's right. That would help us, then we'd have a witness. So we can't tell him right away, but we'll get him on the next round.
Alrighty, so casting Identify. I'm just gonna plop you up into the top area here. So, are you doing it as a ritual, I assume?
Yeah, I think that's the only way I know how to do it, honestly.
Gotcha. All right. So you take the 10 minutes to cast Identify, and as the draconic nature of a dragon knowing treasure when it sees it kind of flowing through your veins, the spell releases, and I'm going to need you to roll a d4 for me.
Oh, a D4. Okay.
Oh.
Got a 4.
So as Identify spell finishes, all of you see that Desher vanishes and the stone falls to the ground.
Oh, this is just.
Oh,
Ah.
oh no.
Oh,
Yes.
However,
Classic
Desher,
magic item.
you find yourself right outside the room.
Well, he was
Wait
a
a
good
minute.
party member. You know, he was kind of a dick sometimes.
I immediately grabbed
but
the
he's pretty
grabbed the medal.
cool.
but his dragon was
Did you
really
really be
cute.
touching that? I don't know, man.
Oh
Magic-
yeah.
Well,
Gleam
and Gleam is in the room, and Gleam starts like looking around wildly.
I'm
wondering-
sorry, Gleam. He's dead. I mean, that's how
Okay.
magic items go.
As
you
the
know?
as the rock falls to the ground, it just lands on the wood, and you can. It's like when a phone is ringing on vibrate on a wooden floor. It's just
Yeah, I immediately run over and
hear
grab it.
audibly.
Maybe let's not.
Yeah, put that in a lead box. Jesus.
Wrap your hand in a paper
Well,
towel.
it didn't do anything until he cast something on it, so I'm sure it was fine. We carried it the whole way up here.
Okay, how about this? Put it down, and I'll cast vicious mockery on it.
All right, I'll like swing the wooden chair
And,
around.
You know,
Yeah.
it would only take you all of 10 seconds to walk back in the room, Dasher. Yeah, as well.
Oh,
Yeah, Zenith is like circling around, like looking around, like where?
Okay. I cast once Narthar puts it down. I cast vicious mockery on it.
Roll a d4.
4.
You go
Ah,
vanish and appear in the room next door.
I'm dead. Oh.
Well,
So as soon as Scylla vanishes, Desher comes walking back through the door.
no, I'm just scratching my head like that
Um,
didn't go how I thought it was gonna go.
What? What?
I walk
happened?
back in the room saying I'm dead whenever that happens.
rest in
This
pieces.
I think would make an amazing defensive amulet. Guys, think of it, if somebody casts a spell on you, they just immediately disappear.
That's
So Desher, the spell did take hold. However, it seems like this thing does mess with any type of magic that's cast on it.
Okay.
You did, however, you didn't get the full information that you would normally get from an identify. It seems to have some sort of innate defense against magic being cast on it.
Mm-hmm.
You do, however, know that the magic is strong in conjuration, because teleport is conjuration. Yes, it is. And also a magic that many people on this continent are not super familiar with. And the only reason you know this is because identified, but you may not have even heard of this magic before. It's called Dunamancy.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Gross. Gollum just poked his head with it.
Which is it's a kind of rare type of magic that's used more commonly on other continents, but it has to do with space and time and gravity and a lot of other kind of bizarre type of effects.
I'll do my best to relay this information to the party, although it is clear that I'm maybe more confused than when I started examining this object. And I'll say, be careful directing magic in its direction. Doesn't seem to respond too kindly.
Also, although both of you are elven in nature, so you might not notice it a ton, but both of you appear to have aged by 4 years.
Dope.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
because of your elven blood, no one probably even notices it really. But just throwing out that you know, I will say because of your identify, you get that that's part of the property of it.
Wouldn't that actually be more obvious with Scylla though, considering canonically she looks like she's about 14 or so?
That's true. Scylla now looks like an 18-year-old teenager.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
I'm
Puberty.
rent a car.
Damn, Scylla.
So Scylla gets teleported out of the room and just walks in as an adult.
As an 18. Yep, and
Who is this
luckily-
strange teenager?
luckily
I'm
Scylla
dead.
wears like huge baggy clothing, so you didn't like hulk out of your clothing or anything. They seem to actually fit better now.
I'm dead.
No, you
I call dibs.
puberty.
If this keeps working out,
He's just staring, by the way.
So yeah, so that's everything with that for now.
Well, that's gonna be a yikes from me.
I'll make a necklace out of it if no one wants it.
It's in my inventory. You have no idea where it is.
It's also like the size of a bowling ball.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it
Some
was.
bling bling right there. If you take
I
that
thought
on,
it was
Shane.
just like
Yeah.
in the palm of my hand.
No.
Okay.
I guess I should have specified. Yeah, it's a big chunk. It weighs. It seems very light though.
Okay.
So it'd make a good mace.
Possibly.
What, so you're gonna, like, hit people, teleport them away, and age them?
I guess so.
The
So
long
it's a-
con.
It's a banhammer, is what it is.
Well, whatever we do with it, I really don't think any of us who dabble in the arcane arts should really be too involved.
And it's not perfectly spherical. It's not like polished. It almost looks like it's been broken off of something larger.
Okay.
Well, it seems like it only affects the caster, like if it's being targeted.
It would appear so. Yes.
I wouldn't mind wearing it as a chunk of it.
All right. I'll keep it safe. Although I don't really have a pack, so maybe somebody who has a pack could carry it.
Well, I'm saying we should get it machined. We could each,
Yeah, but
we could each wear a shard.
Somebody's got to carry it.
Also, break off a piece of it. If it was broken
Yeah.
off of something, it might be able to be broken again.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I wonder though is, it clearly reacts if you target it with magic, but what if you're
Yes.
just you have it on you and you cast a spell?
Shall we test
That's
it?
what I'm saying. I think you'd be fine. Okay, yeah. Give me a.
Throw it over to Scylla.
Yeah. So don't throw it. Jesus.
It's very it's very light. You're 18
Yeah,
now, so
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a large rock being chucked at
Okay.
you, and you kind of like brace, but you catch it, and it's incredibly. It's only like
Okay.
maybe a pound or two.
Okay. Then I'm holding it, and I'll cast message on stool. And say this
The message
on
spell goes through as normal, but no other effect.
Huzzah! It's magic
Yes.
Kevlar.
This would be pretty cool to have just group pendants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
literally, yes. I say we do this. Who wants to accompany me to a smith?
Now we have to find.
I say we make friendship bracelets
Wait.
out of
what?
it.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I'm down for that.
Oh, I got a
One
good
sec.
idea.
I want to try something real quick first.
And I'll toss it over.
And
Toss it to Zenith.
Yes.
Zenith is going to cast Misty Step on himself and try to
Mhm.
just warp over to this side of the room and see if that has any effect on the
Okay.
Wha-
As soon as it lands in your hand, could everyone leave the chat for a second, please? Except for Zenith.
Shit.
Sure.
Yep.
How does that work? I can press.
I'm just gonna hit deafen.
You
There
you
we
can
go.
just deafen. Yep, deafen your.
Well, here we are, guys. It's secrets time. And we get to find out if Zenith is here afterwards. We don't know. Oh boy. So it'd be cool if I could get like prayer beads made almost for like a monk class and have it as like a wrist bracelet or something. That would be awesome. Or have it like a choker necklace. Maybe not choker. We'll see. I don't know. It'd be cool though. Well, I guess I'll watch this video while we're waiting. Yep, that's pretty much what it is. Well, guys, I don't know. Oh, good to go.
And I do not appreciate it.
Nobody does.
So Zenith casts Misty Step, but as he does, he teleports across the room. But even though he's holding the stone, it falls to the ground. It does not teleport along with him.
Oh.
Funky.
What happened?
It didn't come with me, he says as he like scrambles back over to the stone to pick it up.
Okay. There you are.
No, that's
Yeah, Zenith
strange.
just like transported to the other side of the room.
It's like it's
Well,
immune to magic.
All right. Who wants to go?
Or the wielder.
to the smith shop.
No, I get the feeling that perhaps we shouldn't break this up.
Why,
Yes. You've just put a total downer on all of us.
Sandy? Just gonna get bracelets. What's your reasoning here?
I understand, but this is clearly an artifact that was broken off of some ancient thing.
Oh.
If we break it down further, we can't study it better. We need to keep it whole.
That's
Womp
fair.
womp.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Well,
I have
I
respect for
Howe-
historical integrity.
However,
Can
once
I
you've
still wear it as a necklace.
Can we still make friendship bracelets?
Not
It's
with the
not
rock.
out. Not with the rock. Okay.
It'll just
deal.
be one bracelet. I guess yeah, we make regular non-magical.
So the
friendship
true
bracelets.
question would be, who wants to carry it that could benefit from being protected from magical damage?
Me.
One of you all. I'm nervous about having that in proximity to my spells.
I
Ooh.
wouldn't mind carrying it if nobody has an objection.
All right.
Works for me.
I call dibs on the next weird thing, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're already kind of a weird thing.
You know what? I'm 18 now. I'm not gonna take any of this sass.
So off to Erd.
Yeah, we're gonna tell him at least. We have at least 2 things. Wait, what were we gonna tell him?
Well,
Buckfucker, the Myconids, and the letter.
That's what I was saying. Were we gonna do the letter, or were we gonna do something to replace the letter?
Do you want to research the letter or something? Like look into it, or?
I thought someone
And-
was holding it back.
With Buckfucker, you have his journal. That's the proof you have.
That's
Okay.
right. Okay.
Yeah, we still need to grab our little Myconid friend for that proof. And if we're lucky, we may be able to capture Droki as well. Who knows if he's found himself back in the cab.
So back in the tunnels we go.
Yeah, right. That's what it was. We need to like get one more. Yeah, we need to get the witness, and then maybe something else if we're not going to share the letter.
all right, sounds good.
All right. Let's teleport on back.
And just for
Off to
reference
see the
sake,
letter.
Gorglak is the writer of that letter.
Correct.
Okay.
And the little Myconid spurt, I can't
Stool.
fucking remember. Stool, thank you. Stool's coming with us, right?
Giant stool. Yes.
Stool.
All right. There we go. Alrighty. So you do know that Droki came in here, but you do know his footprints. Kind of, they came in and then they left and went out in another direction as well. So
Okay.
it seems like he was here and then left.
As Droki does.
Okay.
But if we're
So
lucky,
does-
he might regularly be making deliveries.
Or there's some kind of hidden mabob in here, maybe.
Whoa, that's not right.
I start looking around the office for like secret doors or something.
No secret doors in here. There is a chest right here though that none of you
Oh.
bothered to look in.
Let's go for the chest.
What?
Alright, so Wilfred saunters on over. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
That's fair. Oh, I don't know why I clicked that. I have dice. That was an 18.
Hey, we'll take it. So a poisonous dart fires out, but you're able to, with your screaming and flailing, you dodge to the side, and it goes sticks in the wall right behind you. No damage, and the chest clicks open. Inside is a number of clothing and things. As you kind of sift through, you find 3 vials. One containing a potion of greater healing, a potion of fire breath, and 1 potion of psychic resistance.
Oh, ooh, nice.
Ooh.
I turn to Jim Jar because I think he's still with us. And I say, Jim Jar, you might need to warn people to check for traps unless you want to lose your bet.
Oh, yes, good point. I didn't even see them walking over there. Careful there, friend.
Wilfred, who is pancaked to the floor, is like, really? You're telling me now? I want to go get that dart out of the wall.
Oh, good idea.
You pull the dart out of the kind of wooden wall behind you. It's just a dart now. The poison kind of leaked off into the wall when it stuck into it.
That's fine. Darts have uses.
Mhm.
At least not.
But you have a dart now.
I have a dart now.
So you guys could still gather some of the. I assume you gather a little bit of supplies from each of the alchemist, herbalist, and poisoner boxes that are down there. Correct.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Cool. So there is the way that you guys came in, and when you were doing battle down in the area with the down where those boxes are, there's the Garden of Fungus, and then there also appears to be a small exit this way as well.
Shall we
Now,
It was
backtrack?
What
Before-
requires shrinking down
before
if
we
you wanted to go that way.
the safe area, did the two of you guys who found those 3 regular healing potions let the rest of the group?
I think if I remember right, I found 1 healing potion. I didn't let anybody.
I found
Okay.
3, but I know I gave 1 to Desher.
Oh, to Dasher. Oh, okay, so I have 2, and I purchased 1, so I now have 3. So if you, I wouldn't have made this any secret that I have 1 if you are in the market for a healing potion.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love one of the weaker ones, especially considering you and Desher could probably benefit the most from the greater potion.
Okay, I'll hand 1 of my healing potions over.
Thank you.
All right. So if that's going to be everything in the Alchemist layer, let's jump back over to our world map. Dungeon map, I guess I should say.
Excuse me.
Alright, so
I'm gonna go ahead and give Zenith the potion of psychic resistance unless somebody else nabbed it. Just because you seem to be good at the mind meldy things.
Why, thank you. He just kind of like gives Wilfred this just big toothy grin as he takes it.
This is unsettling, but I'll go with it.
all right, and so you know that the footprints of Droki led northward.
I think we're gonna go back to the Myconid, right?
Yeah, I think that was our first thing, because any trail from Droki would be long cold by.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
head-
Stool's with us, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, heading back to the Myconids for now. Sure. You can jump back there. As you guys kind of enter from whichever direction you choose to backtrack into, you find them doing pretty much a similar activity to what they were doing before.
Alrighty.
The adults dancing, the Quagga Spore servers gathering things, 2 of the children kind of joining in the dance, and then Rumpadump kind of cowering in a corner a little bit.
And do they react when we make our way into the?
No,
Cowering?
they seem to be completely enraptured by their dance and their celebration.
I'll do a message spell to tell them we're back.
To Rumpadump,
Yeah.
he just say back, is Stool with you?
Yeah, we brought Stool. Let's get on out of here.
So Rumpadump kind of says, I don't think they're gonna let. Like they are like looking at you and stuff, but they don't seem to be really doing anything. As Rumpadump kind of moves towards you, they kind of are keeping their eye. He says, maybe if one of you could distract them.
Is anybody here good at dancing?
No.
I go and I put on a bit. I start playing my viol really loud over here.
And Zenith
Okay.
is going to come up and attempt to help out by dancing along to the sound of the.
Alrighty. So Scylla, give me a performance check with advantage.
That is a 15.
All right. Okay. So I rolled stealth for Rumpadump with advantage because of the performance. Let's see if that beats their passive perception. Oof, just by by 1 point, just barely.
That is so fucking loud.
Ooh.
You see
It's Mr. Clean.
Rumpadump
Yep.
run over to Stool and they start hugging and then they just kind of like
I have that down
hide
so
in
far. I
in
don't know
the
why it still does
fungi over
that.
there. You notice you perform for like a minute or two and you notice that it was a success and that they seem to be it seems to have worked.
Cool. I play for like another minute or two just to make sure it looks semi-natural.
Hmm. And as you finish with a flourish, they all kind of jump up and down and clap and offer you the lady's gift yet again.
I say too nice of you. Very full at the moment.
The lady's gift is not food; it is a gift we can bestow upon you.
Yeah, but I'm not taking gifts for Lent.
As
They
much
just-
as I would love to, I really don't think my constitution could handle such a gift. You know?
If you have a weak constitution, the lady's gift would only help.
Too kind again. Too kind. I really have to go see a man about a horse. Do have to be going.
That's a good one.
Yeah, they don't force it upon you. They just offer and then go back to dancing if you. They try to convince you a little bit, but not in a forceful way.
I leave playing a jaunty tune.
Alrighty.
That sounds better.
Your ruse seems to have worked, and you have the second Myconid Sprout with you.
The other Three Stooges.
So
It's
should
very frustrating
we
at times. Get poked in the eye a
go
lot.
see Aird now?
Yeah, if we're gonna share the letter, I thought someone was saying they were gonna be secretive about the letter.
No, I said I would share the letter as we were walking.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's 3 things. Bing, bang, boom.
Sounds good.
Do we want to out the guard right there in front of Aird? Just a thought.
Well, would it?
Are you
Would
friends
the
with
guard be right there?
We have no
can speak
idea.
to her privately.
I mean, we'll see when we get there if it's gonna be a problem. I mean, there's like, if she's just one guard.
But what's the reasoning behind buying the poison?
So do you want to do some more looking into it before we...
Yeah, because it is kind of just like the first clue.
I mean, it's a.
So I was thinking, should we drum up a third thing? We can go around town spreading a rumor. We can do some illusion magic. Say there's like a loose Sasquatch. We got a third thing. Bingo, bango, bongo.
Okay. We'd have to do some pretty good convincing to get that across, but
We just convinced a bunch of cursed Myconids. Come on, what's this guy's the
no offense, Stool, but I mean, they're just fungus.
Also, there is no sky.
Very drunk fungus.
Points up to the
That-
ceiling.
You know what? Tomato. I'm just throwing stuff out there. We got plenty of magics to screw around.
Why don't we do?
Yes, and you are just meat and skin and bone. That does not mean I'm any less alive or have any less feelings or emotions than you do.
That's funny. Oh my god.
That's fair.
How about we do a full day's investigation, and if we can't come up with anything, then we can then we can do it. But I just wonder what the poison is for, and
It's true.
if it benefits us, or if it doesn't affect us in any way, then I'm sure I have no problem ousting the guard. But if it would benefit us to keep that information, then
Now that
Well,
you
we're
say the
looking-
words benefit and poison in the same sentence, I think I could benefit from a new poison recipe.
Yes,
Well,
by
I'm-
all means, take your time. Don't go investigating that vision that you had of horrible satanic rituals happening in the Whirlstone tunnels. Take your time, a few days, it's fine. Nothing bad will happen.
We really should.
well, yeah, he did tell us that.
Yep. But the
So
thing-
I say
should-
we
yeah.
keep pushing forward and to see what we can find, because there's some dire actions happening that we either need to solve to get out of here, or can benefit from their discovery.
What do you say, Mike and Ids? You guys ready for a little adventure with the fellas?
Well, we could swing
we
could swing back to
Rational?
the room, push them up the ladder, and then have them just go back to the tavern without any danger. I'm sure.
I think
might be-
that's probably the best idea. We're not really going to be very helpful in a fight.
Oh,
Also,
cool.
At the risk of sounding callous, if
Stool
If
has
you
4 hit points.
at the risk of sounding callous, Rumperdump, if you die, we no longer have a witness as to what's going on down in the tavern.
That's fair. It's fair. Anything to help my people from this bizarre behavior.
I throw him a gold coin. Tell him that you guys should have a feast up there. Get to tell your stories to each other.
We don't really eat anything. We kind of
That's what I thought.
kind of
I thought they
absorb,
didn't need
but
anything.
I don't know. Just
We are
find
just
some
being
fun. I'm sure
all
you could
kinds of
find-
racist today.
You could find some fun with some gold coin. You know.
I guess.
Uh,
So, are you guys heading back to the alchemist's lair to speed them back up?
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
There he
Let's
is.
just I'm gonna pop you back onto the world map here. Just take care of this stuff in quick order.
And you said the
That
trail was to
happens.
the north, then?
This?
It would be
Was it?
Oh.
up this way. So this is
Gotcha.
the alchemist's lair here. So Stool and Rumperdump are on their way, and then yes, it led northward. So if you were to come on, Polygon reveal.
Ed Desher, do you have? I mean, I've heard tales of wizards having like a psychic connection with familiars. Do you have anything like that with Gleam?
With Gleam, I do have a psychic bond with him. Of course, we don't necessarily understand each other's language by any means, but there is a bond between us. Yes.
Is there a distance to that? Like, could he venture down other tunnels at the same time as we venture?
Yeah, he could.
And would he be able to relay what he sees, or?
I don't believe so.
Alright, so it would be essentially him on his own, without any form.
Mhm.
Okay, alright. My apologies. It's just habit for me to weigh strengths and weaknesses of a group. It's my upbringing.
No, I understand. And apologies if I was confusing in my response. I don't totally understand the bond that we have. I don't know any other Dragon Knight. I've only heard tales about them.
It's amazing. I love it. It's just to have a bond that close to a dragon can only be beneficial to you. I mean, anybody that goes against you later on is just fucked. But
Yeah. Gleam's just looking very proud at Desher, like he reminds him every day just how lucky he is to have this bond.
So another question, and then this is all as we're traveling. Another question I have is, would Gleam have any pull or any type of alarm system? I don't know how to say it, but way to point out an easy direction towards like a dragon egg or something like that?
That's a good question. I don't entirely know. I think he would have to make that attempt himself. It would be the first time I had ever attempted such a thing, but I could certainly try.
Right. All right. Well, we'll see what happens, I guess.
Okay. As that conversation finishes, you find yourselves in a large room filled with water dripping, and let me take you on over to that area. So you guys would have entered.
Yeah.
Right here on this side. Feel free to drag your tokens on over anywhere in this area. Yep.
Boop.
You get Mr. Jar.
I step on you, Wilfred.
Oh no! We have a very antagonistic relationship.
It's so fun.
I'll get you one of these days. And your little dog too.
Alright, so as you enter this chamber, foul water from the dark lake spills into this cave. A number of paths seem to go off in various directions. However, it is in the center a underground river of sorts. There's also water trickling from stalactites along the ceiling. Let me see, did I put the second path in here? Yeah. So if you look up to the top here, this direction leads upwards, spiraling up. This side leads downwards, spiraling down. The water seems to... it's similar to the water you saw before. It's very dark and fetid, and you can almost smell the disease just kind of pooling off of this water. And almost right around here, the water seems to be kind of collecting in this like small whirling vortex.
Ooh, that looked like something we should avoid.
Yeah, I'd agree to that.
Is there any?
The
Sorry.
the bridge that's laid across looks much more makeshift than it appears on the map there. It's like it's a few boards that it look like someone set them across possibly the quarry that you are following after in that of Droki.
So it was made for a much smaller creature.
Or
It's wide enough that medium-sized creatures could cross without any kind of like check or anything, but it looks pretty rickety.
Okay.
I think the lightest ones should go across first,
Well,
just to be on the safe
I'll try to
side.
run across, but only
No?
And maybe you could bring a rope with you,
a rope.
just in case. Something to tie on that side of the bridge, and then those crossing the bridge could hold on to it in case, the vortex starts sucking clocks.
Well, we could also just
amazing.
God
That was
damn.
awesome.
Yeah.
I was about to say we could just hammer him
Oh
right
shit.
down into the wall and tie the rope to that.
Give me some rope, baby.
But that just killed me.
Ah shit.
Between all of you, there's plenty I mean, because the standard adventurer tends to have 50 feet of rope on them.
Yeah, I thought so.
So while this is happening,
so-
can I like float a mushroom top down the river to see what happens to it?
Yeah, sure. You drop it in, boop, and it just floats in the southern direction, going down.
And you said it's like a vortex down there. It just gets.
Oh, do you drop it in the vortex?
Where's the vortex? I must have missed that. Oh, right there. Okay, yeah. I want
Yeah.
to see what happens with that. If it just gets sucked through, or just if it.
It goes. It spirals like a flushing toilet and just gets sucked under the dark, murky water, and you don't see what
All right,
happens to it. So Scylla, as you begin crossing the bridge, just pause right there for a second for me.
Who's this?
I'm gonna
Fee
go
fi fo fum.
that off.
Gonna eat you. No, don't eat me. Your older brother has more meat. Billy Goat's Gruff. Anybody knows?
Yes.
This is reminiscent of Billy Goat's Gruff to me, by the way.
Okay, the nerves about the battle music coming on.
My favorite
So
part.
as you begin to cross the bridge, the vortex that is there begins to spiral and turn inverted, almost like a water spout in a storm on the high seas. And a blackened, water-like creature begins to emerge with these inky black tentacles lashing out on all sides. Everyone, please roll initiative for me.
Sarah, cross faster!
I fed it. I fed it, now it's after us, guys.
Hopefully you gave it something hallucinogenic.
12
That's a 19 total.
plus 5 is 17.
Already. Come to me, Monster Manual. Alrighty, so let's see what this thing's got. Ooh, good dexterity.
I really miss my dwarven thrower at this point.
Alrighty, so looks like Zenith's going first. Desher, what kind of?
I'm waiting for my D&D Beyond just spinning. I'm waiting for my character sheet to
okay.
come up.
Gotcha. No problem.
But we'll just go with 15. I rolled a 14. I know I have at least +1 to dexterity.
Cool. Alrighty, so we got Dasher, and then we got Scylla. Scylla bringing up the rear. Good initiative rolls, guys. Holy crap.
Fear is a powerful motivator.
Yeah,
They
totally.
gotta love that alert
Alright.
feat.
Zenith, you see this creature that looks like at one point it may have been some sort of almost water-based creature, but the corruption of the water in the dark lake, the oily corruption that you witnessed when the Demogorgon rose near Sloop Dubop, seems to have infected the dark lake with this large contamination, and it is your turn, and it's looks like it's bearing down on Scylla. Oh, let me actually show you the creature. Oh, forgot that's a thing that I can do.
Now we can just use our horrible little imaginations.
There we go.
Nice.
Except for it's black and oily.
Oh, water weird. Not that I know
you don't
that.
know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
Well, it's modified. So even if you want to look it up, feel free. It does other things.
I don't remember what it does anyway, so you're good, man.
That's my favorite thing.
I don't
So
like
you kinda-
using monsters straight out of the manual. I like adding fun things to it.
That's cool.
All right, Zenith.
So as that thing bursts through the water, Zenith kind of like flinches. Ah! It's Nukhraya! And he casts Hex on it,
Alrighty,
and he's gonna have disadvantage on any strength checks.
great. That's a good call.
And he's actually going to move about over here. And that's going to... Oh, and that was his bonus action of movement. And then going to hold his hand out and go, Stuta! And he's going to try to cast a Fearful Blast.
Alrighty, sounds good. Give me an attack roll.
It's a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
All right, that's going to be 4 force damage, and he'll have disadvantage on his next.
All right, fantastic. We got Wilfred up next, if that's all for Zenith, and with Nartha on deck.
So, having done like at least a minute of medieval physics, Wilfred is going to guess that firebolt and plus water is not going to be helpful. So,
Possibly.
so we're going to try a magic missile.
Oh, fantastic. Roll damage on that. Level 1.
Yeah, oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Sorry, I also forgot to add the necrotic damage from his hex. That's
Gotcha, no problem.
I'm trying to remember what damage.
7 damage total.
So that's 4 total, a 3 total, and a 2 total.
So 9 points of damage?
Yep.
Alrighty. So as you blast it with the magic missile, which unerringly strikes the target, you can see so it seems to almost pass right through it, but it does take the full damage, and it's kind of splattering this dark, inky, corruptive water all over the place. It's not splashing on anyone yet, luckily. But you kind of get the idea that water is probably bad news. And all of these water puddles around you, by the way, are also that darkened, gross water. So you don't want to step through those.
Oh, I wonder if it's oily water, maybe it will catch on fire. Oh. Anyway.
It looks oily, so you're not really sure.
Yeah, that'll be a thing for next turn. That's
Yeah.
it for Wilfred. Gonna stay back here where it can't see me.
Great. Nartha.
I am... Well, I just put the mushroom in the water, and this thing flew out of the vortex. So I am going to jump back, kind of like right next to Zenith, and weigh my options, and I guess I'll relieve myself of a dagger.
Sure.
And throw
Roll your
it.
attack.
Yeah. It's probably not gonna hit, but we'll see.
It's a pretty big creature. Not super tough to hit, but what you get?
What? Jeez, it would be. So it's plus my dex plus proficiency, right? Damn, it's
Yeah.
plus that 15.
It hits.
All right.
Yeah, because daggers are a simple
Yeah.
weapon, so you have proficiency there.
7 total damage.
And as the dagger sticks into it, you throw it, and your aim is true. However, as the dagger sinks into it, its watery body slows the piercing damage of the dagger. It hurts it. However, it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you would hope,
Okay, so then I'm.
which is DM lingo for it has
Yep.
resistance on piercing.
And so.
Sorry, what did you say? It was 7
Yeah,
damage?
total 7.
So it does 4. Okay.
And I'm gonna move to here. Like leap over there, and then just jump back to here behind Desher.
Sure. Okay. What's your strength score?
Mine?
Yeah. Did you run around the pool of water, or did you hop over it?
Well, I started here. I jumped backwards to here. Jumped.
Yeah, this pool of water, I mean.
Yeah, I just jumped over Zenith. So if you want to do something flare with that, and then from here, move back behind Desher.
Okay, that works. Yeah, you can just pass through your. Yeah, Zenith, you fire your blast, and then you just see Nartha like like hop up over your head. No issues. But you're pretty tall though, and so it's impressive.
I'm sure Zenith probably like instinctively ducked as he sees something coming from the side.
Yep. It's just a blur of Narthal. Okay, it is the Water Weird's turn. So he's gonna go ahead, and since Scylla is the closest to him, I should say, it's gonna attempt to constrict. Natural one. Oh, boy, we're off to a good start,
Amazing.
guys. I was rolling like a boss on our Friday game.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was dreading my rolls. I was dreading my rolls tonight.
He was decimating the foes on Friday, man.
Yeah, that damage with that hammer. My goodness.
Yeah, my d6s were on fire. I was rolling 5s and 6s all night.
It's a lucky. That's a good thing none of the local wildlife was out during that encounter.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's gonna use his movement to. He sucks down into the water for a second and vanishes. Scylla, you would get an attack of opportunity, I believe. Yes.
Oh, it's considered a large.
With a melee
Considered a
weapon.
large monster.
I'll dagger.
Excuse me.
Attempt
Holy
to
shit.
stab it with a dagger.
Yeah. Do I still have D20, right?
Yep. Still just a regular attack.
22 for the hit.
Oh yeah, certainly.
And 8.
8 points of damage. As you sink the dagger into it, the kind of roiling water almost rips the dagger out of your hand. It does damage, but resistance on yours. So it vanishes for a moment, and then appears in that pool of water right there.
It's a water jumper.
Oh, fuck, guys.
So it appears that all of the pools are connected to the main river of water as it appears up from that area there, right next to Zenith and Gleam. Okay, Desher, it's your turn.
Desher will kind of look. He will. Is it going to take an action to try and perceive if there's anything flammable in this water? Like, can I sense? Does it smell oily or does it just smell dirty?
No, I won't make you do an action for that. Just make a perception check.
Excellent.
Okay, he does. He says this as he hefts his glaive that deals only fire damage.
Right.
That would be a 12 for my perception check.
So I'm let's see if I can do this. Monk.
You're not sure. I'll say you're not sure. With a 12, it's not quite enough.
Yeah, I understand. That's fair.
Yep. There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, here we go. Desher will
Wave shadow.
tell Gleam to
Sixth level
stand
David
back
to
or
step
move
watch
away.
out to
Gleam
another.
absolutely does not listen.
Bonus action.
As he stabs the glaive into, or slashes
so
the glaive.
fucking
Actually, it's
OP,
slashing
man.
damage into the.
Man, I did
water
not
weird.
know that we were doing
Okay.
Underdark
Yeah, I was
campaign when I
gonna-
made
I
this
was gonna say,
character.
with, your ability to make it fire damage, is that an action or what is that?
No, it's actually I enchanted. This weapon is actually my banner, and it's
right, okay.
enchanted. That's where how I channel. That's essentially how I channel my abilities.
I
Shut this
gotcha.
guy's down a little bit.
Cool.
And it's a.
So-
What's our proficiency right now?
It's
At
still
level
2.
It's a 2.
2. Okay. That would be a 19 versus AC then,
Hits.
and then 4 fire damage.
So this
Four
Cloak of
fire
Shadows,
damage.
no,
Oh, no,
not
sorry,
that,
4
Shadow
fire
Step
damage. I
is
have
gonna
no
become
damage.
so fucking OP.
I'm rolling now, so it would be.
Every bonus bonus
Uh,
action, or every time
level
I do
10.
any action, I can take a
would be
bonus
10,
action
that would be
and move 60
19 then.
feet, plus my
Ooh,
40 feet
very good.
movement, plus I get 2
So,
attacks.
as you
What the
strike it,
fuck?
you see the flames
And my
spark
first
and
attack
the
after doing it
kind of almost,
has advantage.
What's the term? The pearlescent, I think. Kind of,
Unreal.
you know,
And if
when
I get the
sunlight
mobile
hits
feat,
that,
Yeah.
I can
like an oil slick on the
fucking
ground.
shadow step,
You see that kind of
punch,
flash,
run away, punch something
and
else,
the little bits of corruption and oil
and then run away.
burst into
It's gonna be
flame
crazy,
around the creature.
crazy fun.
However, it doesn't seem to be taking much damage from it.
Okay.
So now you
And I
just
did
have a
this, I made this
large
character
on
without
fire
knowing that we were going to be doing an Underdark campaign.
Perfect.
So I
It did take the-
I
it took
messaged the
some
DM and I
damage.
was like, I don't know if you want me to let me keep this
Seems
because
perhaps
technically the
resistant
Underdark is
to-
like in perpetual
One
dim
might
light,
say that,
so
yes.
I could literally do this every 6
However,
seconds.
It is quite wounded. You guys have been putting hurt on it for sure.
All right.
Alrighty.
It,
But he said it was fine.
oh,
It's
sorry,
part
I
of the
stopped
character,
doing
so
it too, but-
Yep, I was about to say, what's Glean doing?
Okay, I was gonna ask, how is Wilfred reacting to this explosion of water?
Brief excitement. Well, okay, fear when it pops up. Brief excitement when the shit starts to catch on fire. Disappointment and back to fear when it doesn't seem to take damage.
Okay. And Wilfred will by now have noticed that the fear that Wilfred so often displays brings out the protective instinct of Gleam, who prefers to keep his flock safe.
his flock.
Aw.
That's funny.
Move in front of Wilfred before
Alrighty.
attempting to rend this water weird with his claws, not at all afraid of the fire coming out of it.
Of course.
That would be
by
a
the-
16.
16 to hits. By the way, I didn't forget Jim Jar at all. He's just going last.
Cough, cough.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's it.
He rolled a critical fail on his initiative.
A mighty 4 damage from the claws of the dragon.
And that's slashing, I assume?
Slashing, yep.
And I don't imagine his attacks are considered magical at this point.
They are not yet.
Gotcha. Okie dokie. If that is everything on your go, we got Scylla and Jim Jar on deck.
I'm. Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast Suggestion,
Sure thing.
Wisdom 14. I'm gonna say, bring me a Duragar.
Alrighty. I rolled a. Let's see. Alrighty. So you feel it take hold. Suggestion. Does it specify? Is that a charm effect?
It's level 2 enchantment. Doesn't necessarily. I don't think it says charm. It's a wisdom saving throw.
I know a lot
Okay.
of spells that things are immune to being charmed will specify like creatures that are
Yeah.
being immune to being charmed or immune
Right.
to this.
Okay. So if it does not specify it's a charm effect, the water weird. Does it happen on your turn or on its turn?
The suggested. I didn't set a trigger, so I think it happens immediately.
Okay, I would. All right, it'll happen on, because it wouldn't be able to do anything until its turn, though. Right?
I guess so. Yeah, because it doesn't say like immediate. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Hold on. Let me do this for you. 'Cause I hate suggestion.
It's the bane of the other campaign.
Yeah,
It's really wordy.
I was gonna say, it's such a straightforward spell, though. How could you?
It's
You hate
because you could literally say, sit down till next week, and then you've caused it. If it fails, then it just sits for a week because there's no
Well,
immediate save.
It would only really last for like an hour.
It would
Or
sit
8
for 8
hours,
hours.
though.
It would
8
sit
hours,
for 8
yeah.
hours. Yeah.
Sit down for 8 hours, and it'd do it.
Hey, that sounds familiar.
Oh, creatures that can't be charmed are immune to the effect.
Okay,
It
there we
says it
go.
Right,
There we
right in
go.
the third sentence.
There we go.
Nothing happens.
Okay, nothing happens. I run away. I use my full movement to run away. I'm running over here.
All of my creatures are immune to charm. It's okay.
The whole
That is it.
campaign.
That's fine.
If you use suggestion on me, I just might find creative ways of breaking suggestion.
Oh yeah, I expect it. I expect word lawyering of suggestion. I mean, it's
No, man. Hey, it's a rules is written spell. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be butthurt if you use creative ways of using it.
I am begging you to tell somebody to go fuck themselves at some point.
Amazing.
That was the
They
past of
they
preaching.
wouldn't do anything that would cause them harm.
Yeah.
That's not. I mean,
In an evil
Depending on-
campaign, maybe. Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Enough of that.
Okay.
Jim Jar's turn. Jim Jar runs forward, sees the flaming creature, and just goes. Ooh. Gonna move through. No, that's the creature's space there. Jim Jar's gonna stand behind Gleam, stand in front of Wilfred, and says, "Don't worry, I'll make up for that whole dark business." Yeah, and he throws a dagger. Cocked. Nice. Okay, so he does hit with his dagger. He's gonna get sneak attack because it's engaged. I don't remember if I asked this before, but I assume sneak attack damage is whatever the triggering damage is. So if it's
Yeah.
piercing, I assume the sneak attack is piercing damage.
Yeah, I think we came to that conclusion in Friday's
Yeah, I
campaign.
think you're doubling the damage. Yeah. Or whatever.
So he does a big 6
Oof.
after the habit. All right, that's Jim Jar's turn. At the top of the round, the water weird is writhing in pain, and you see from a number of these different pools, these spouts of steam begin to like shoot up as if it's like a hot spring, but the steam begins to coalesce
Motherfuck.
into these bizarre winged creatures.
Oh boy.
oh boy.
They look like Miffits.
That's because they. I thought I had another one, but they're so translucent they're hard to see. Zenith, it's your turn. Whilst I look for something.
He's going to attempt to. He's gonna attempt to move away over here, away from the water weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, cool. I thought it was like gonna take an attack of opportunity or something against them.
When you, sorry, I was distracted myself with putting another method on the screen. I apologize. It
No, it's
definitely
okay.
does. It definitely
Okay.
does attempt. But oh boy. Okay. Plus 5 to hit though, so 15.
That is exactly his armor class.
Alrighty, so you are struck with 3d6 bludgeoning.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Now my d6s suck. It's karma, I swear to God. You get hit with 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a athletics check. Oh no. If it's medium or small, you're just grappled.
Grappled?
Yeah, so as soon as you try to move past it, you become grappled when you're hit.
Alright, so I'm still. I'll just put myself right back in that same spot then.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Sorry.
That's fine, that's fine. He's going to let me see.
So, and you also take 2 points of fire damage.
Thanks.
Sorry.
So these lashing, watery, fiery tentacles kind of begin to wrap around you, and every round that you're grappled in this way, you will take continual fire damage.
Yay. Well, he was attempting to try to Eldritch Blast this water weird, but
You still can.
considering
It
he's
would be a
grappled,
disadvantage, but
yeah, I was gonna say he's considering he's grappled and he's within 5 feet. That's disadvantage. So that was an 8.
an 8 to hit fails.
Correct.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's about.
And this is the gross part, and I apologize. One of the tentacles also begins to wind its way, and as you're casting Eldritch Blast, the watery tentacle begins to go down your throat, and you begin drowning.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you're getting whelmed, kiddo.
What is your Constitution modifier?
+3.
Cool. You have 3 rounds until you drown. So, as it's forcing water into your lungs. Wilfred, it's your turn.
Okay. Fuck.
Not cool, water weird. Not cool.
No. Oh, okay. I didn't plan for this. Ooh, hang on. Okay, Wilfred is panicking, as per fucking usual. Wilfred is going to try to earthen grasp with the water weird with the surrounding dirt.
Earthen grasp. Okay, explain that one to me again.
I'm gonna drop the spell card in there. So I know it's not a medium creature, but
It is. Yeah, it is considered large.
yeah. But it's a 5-foot square, and a big dirt hand reaches and, and grabs it.
Right. This is Caleb's cat paw spell. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Make a strength saving throw.
Disadvantage on that, right?
Ooh,
Or something?
No,
would
Hex
that
only does disadvantage
It's
on strength
skill
checks.
Checks. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, if Hex would give you disadvantage on a save, that would be real good.
Yeah.
Real good.
No, I think like
14.
if I had to make a contested strength check to break away from the grapple, then I might be okay.
That'd be cool as like a high-level feature.
Unfortunately, it does succeed on its strength saving throw with a natural 17 plus its strength. Does it still take half damage at all?
I think it takes no damage.
It takes 2d6 on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, no, that
But-
says after it's restrained. As an action,
Oh,
you
that's
can
I got you. So it misses this time, but it's the large earthen hand is still in existence, and you can make attacks.
Yeah,
Again, right? Okay, cool.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a constant.
Yeah, it's concentration for
1
a minute.
Cool. All right, fantastic.
Yeah, and I think that's
Just gonna hang out where he is. Yeah.
yeah. There's
wanna-
there's a couple people between me and the water weird, so
You don't want to charge at it?
you
Dive
know,
into it?
no, I don't think I
Alright.
do. Thank you.
Fair enough. All right, it is the Mephit's turn. Sorry, I should have turned to their page. Lost everything else that's happened. There you go. Steam methods. Okay. Well, unfortunately, Scylla, you're kind of over there by your lonesome.
This looks familiar from the last fight.
Scylla always running off.
Man.
Actually, that method can make it to right there. Alrighty, so two claws on Scylla. One misses, one definitely hits. One rolled a 3 and the other rolled a 17. So
Yep.
claw attack. It's not so strong for you. You take 2 points of slashing damage and 1 point of fire damage. Less fire, more so steamy hotness. The method that flew up near Desher is going to kind of angle its breath down and is going to unleash. It opens its mouth and fires a torrent of steam, which would hit both Desher and Nartha. I need dexterity saving throws, please.
Dexterity, we'll say. That'd be an 11 for Desher.
Success.
Oh,
Really?
mine is
Yeah,
24.
they're not super strong. Success. So you both take 2 points of steam damage. All right, that's it for the methods. So we got Nartha with the water weird on deck.
Did you see any of the GM message I sent you?
What's
Did
that?
you see any of the GM messages I sent you?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
All right.
Where'd you send them?
In the
Oh.
Roll
I
20.
I see the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the one. That you
and there's
sent.
one up further toward above our initiative rolls. So I'm gonna attack the water weir.
Okay.
It's a 20 to hit.
It hits.
Total of 7 damage.
All right, and as you strike it,
Oh.
you would imagine punching this watery creature wouldn't do a whole lot, but the wraps that you have on your hands are magical. So,
It's actually 8 damage, apparently,
it is, because you get a +1.
which I have not been doing this whole time.
Good. You also take 5 points of fire damage.
Cool. And then I'll punch again. That's much higher. And 9 damage.
And you take another 5 points of fire damage. It's looking very injured. I didn't get to do very much with it. Oh, it's its turn. Well, no. Is that it for you, or are you doing anything else?
That should be... I think that's it, because I took 2 attacks. Yep.
Alrighty. So, you see Zenith's going for a ride. It pulls down into the water. Nartha, you get an attack of opportunity, as does Gleam.
Yes.
And Desher, you have reach with your weapons, so you could take an attack of opportunity as well.
Okay, I was just gonna say that same thing.
16 to hit.
16 for me as well.
Both hit.
10 damage. No.
Alright.
That'd be 7 fire damage.
Alrighty. With your combined attacks, you see that it's beginning to suck down into the pool of water, and Zenith, you're getting pulled along with as you're trying to breathe, but the water is just pouring into your lungs. But as you both strike simultaneously, you see it's having trouble holding its form, and it slowly just turns into a pool of fetid water, seemingly destroyed. And Zenith, you are set free. Desher, it's your turn now.
Nice.
I will turn to this creature in front of me.
Did we take fire damage?
Yes, you both look out. 3 points for both.
For attacking it.
Correct.
Okay.
Actually, only Nartha does. It's creatures within 5 feet of it that attack it.
Ah, okay, cool.
Alright, Desher will swing his glaive, preparing for the steam to resist. Oh, well, he gets a natural 1, so
So you
do
go
with
to
that what
swing.
you will.
You go to swing through the creature, and its torso actually separates for a moment, and your blade just swings through. The fire licks against it, but it seems like fire does not affect these creatures.
Claim will growl at the incompetence of his companion and will charge forward to attack his claws. For 14 versus AC.
That does hit, yes.
14.
For 6 slashing damage.
Alright.
That'll be the end of my turn.
Fantastic. So we got Scylla's turn, followed by Jimjar.
Okay. I'll do Thunder Wave, Constitution 14.
Hey, and you're not even hitting anybody.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
That's going to be 1 success and 1 failure.
Uh, 10 for the full damage, and they get pushed back 10 feet, and then, yeah, 5.
Alrighty, so one of them takes 5, one takes 10. Actually, the one that succeeded does not get pushed back.
Great.
Alrighty, would you like to do anything else?
Can I...
J
as a
Pizza Ball.
bonus, can
That's
I
a cool
tie
name.
off the rope somewhere? Or is that a full action?
That would be an action.
Okay. I'll kind of...
Sounds like a James Bond action
shield
music.
you, I guess.
Movie music.
Alright, so Jim Jones' turn. Let me see. Dead. It's a hit.
Now it sort of sounds like Final Fantasy.
That method is looking mighty hurt. Alright, Zenith, it's your turn.
Alright, after kind of like choking and sputtering and probably throwing up some water,
Very much so, yes.
he's gonna look up and see the method attacking or near Desher, and he's gonna move his hex over to that. And then he's going to attempt to cast Eldritch Blast at it.
Go for it.
It's a 24 to hit.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, that's going to be 4 force damage and then 2 necrotic.
So as you blast it, the steam method explodes in this steaming burst. I need
50.
Desher to roll a dexterity saving throw. Gleam does not have to because he's immune.
Desher gets a mighty 3.
Jimjar rolls a natural 20. He just
Holy
sidesteps
shit.
completely.
He just
alrighty.
uses Desher as a shield.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so you take another 3 points of fire damage as it explodes in its death burst.
Man, I need to borrow some of Gleam's immunity one of these days. Good lord.
I think you do later, from what I read.
I think so. There's just a lot to the Dragon Knight. Let's sift through there.
Alrighty, Wilfred, it's your turn.
Ew.
If that's it for Zenith.
Yeah, that's... Well, he's gonna spend like half his movement just getting back to his feet, because I'm assuming he probably kind of fell prone after all that nonsense.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
That'll be all.
Alright, Wilfred.
Okay. Hang on, I'm checking the movement on my hand. I don't think I can move it within range. I don't know.
Yeah,
What-
it says the range to cast it is 30 feet. It takes up a 5-foot area, but I don't see anything about the hand.
It can't move, I don't think.
Oh, bummer.
That's okay. Well, the important thing is that Zenith is no longer drowning.
That's correct.
Wilford is gonna move up a little bit. Go, you okay, buddy? And then firebolt one of the methods.
Okie dokie.
Oh,
I'm not
God damn it.
drowning anymore.
That's a 18 to hit.
It hits, but as it does, the fire just dissipates within the steam. It's seemingly immune to fire damage.
Well, now I know. That's it for me. I guess I'm gonna drop concentration on my little hand. I'll
Gotcha.
leave it up for now. Never mind. Ignore me. Anyway, I'm done.
This steam method, I should say, floats on over this way. Jimjar, Desher, and Nartha, dexterity saving throws.
Here we go. Yeah, 15.
16.
Wow, Jimjar rolled a 2. Jimjar's the only one that
I
takes
use him
damage,
as a shield this time.
That's right.
That's out of revenge.
and he takes 2 points of damage. Alrighty. That's it. And then Scylla is going to attempt to claw. Okay, that's a natural 20.
Ouch!
Luckily, they don't really do a lot of
Miffits.
2 points of slashing damage.
Huh.
Or actually, it'd be 5 points of slashing damage, sorry. Critical. So 5 slashing and 6 points of fire damage. Rough. So 11 total.
Miffits?
But that's it for them. Nartha, then Desher on deck.
Alright. I'm gonna go move right here. I wonder why mine's not snapping to the grid. That's weird. Anyway. And then punch punch. 16 for the first hit. 19 for the second hit. I assume both hit.
Yep, both hit.
7 for first one and 10 for the second one. No, 9 for the second one.
Alrighty, so as you strike it, it explodes in a puff of superheated steam. Dexterity saving throws for the 3 of you that are up there. Well, the 2 of you plus me, Jimjar, and Jimjar's fine.
16.
Back to the 3 again.
Okay, Nartha, you're fine. Desher, you take 3 points of fire damage. Anything else for Nartha this turn?
Move my extra movement to there.
Okie
And that's it.
Desher, it's your go.
Desher will step over 1 square, and he will hold his glaive that's been mostly useless on this day. He will begin waving it back and forth, and little cinders will begin flying from the weapon. And those that the cinders touch would be anybody within 10 feet can use a bonus action to double their speed.
Fantastic. So
Gleam
that's
will
pretty,
take advantage of this. Yep, I think it's everybody.
everybody on that side of the bridge. Yep.
Yep. And that should be enough for Gleam to get here. To make a claw attack.
Very nice.
That's only 12 versus AC though.
Still hits.
Oh, nice. Okay, 4 slashing damage.
Okie dokie. Yeah, these things are challenge rating 1/4. They're not the toughest guys.
They've done plenty of damage to Desher today.
Yeah, that's when they attack in pairs.
When you stand in explosions of steam, somehow it ends up being
True.
painful, I guess.
Very good point. Alrighty, and that's it for you, I assume.
Yep.
So we got Zilla's turn.
I will do the old vicious mockery on that wispy fellow. Wisdom 14.
No.
Miss?
Well, no, sorry, he fails.
Oh, gotcha. That's a 3 psychic, and then disadvantage on next attack roll before the end of its next turn.
Very good. Alrighty. Are you going to remain or scamper away?
I'll kind of just go a little here.
Okay. It's going to make an attack of opportunity with disadvantage. And yeah, that's going to miss. So swipes that against you, misses.
Yeah, I'm good then.
All right, fantastic. So we've got. He's gonna make an attack with disadvantage. That's a natural one.
Oh
Zenith,
my
it's your
god,
turn.
that's amazing. Just like me as the
Alright.
GM in the other one, and miss all the fucking time.
Zenith is gonna run up a little bit, and using his bonus action, he's gonna move the hex over to the final
Great.
method. And he's gonna try to repeat what he did earlier and attempt to Fearful Blast it.
Alrighty.
It's a 14.
Yep.
Alright. Alright, that's gonna be 3 force and 4 necrotic.
And with that, the method explodes in a puff of steam, showering gleam, but to no detriment to the red dragon. And it appears, for the time being, all hostile creatures in the area have been dealt with. Cue Final Fantasy fanfare.
Yes. It was my ringtone for the longest time.
Alrighty, so you now find yourselves in this empty, relatively quiet cavern, having bested the creatures.
Does the water change at all?
It does not. It remains. Corrupted.
So I'll mention to the group this is interesting. I wonder if this is something that we should mention to Air about the quality of the water here in the caverns. If it's something that she would be interested in.
Yeah.
Does
Perhaps
anyone
a
have
sample?
something they can store a sample in?
I drank a healing potion just yesterday, so I could use the empty jug.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
and I tie off the rope. I don't know if the other end was tied.
It seems like you can make it across the bridge just fine. However, yeah, Desher, so you kind of dip one of the vials into the water and shove a cork in it, and you've got a vial of corrupted Dark Lake water.
And I assume that this what to the east is the only exit to this area.
There's also an exit north as well. The northern exit seems to spiral upwards, as where the east exit spirals. I'll just move you to the to our world map, so I can show you here.
I think we should go to the one that's spiraled up.
Oh, I
So
see.
there's one leading down and one leading up.
You vote down, Scylla?
I mean the one that spirals out.
Okay, I
northern-
see. What about the rest of us?
Droki's tracks did lead you here. If you'd like to attempt to investigate to see which direction he went, you can.
Good idea.
Sure. I'll take a look.
Give an inspiration to
Yeah,
whoever
whoever's
does it.
and
Whoever
whoever's gonna
rolls,
do it.
so with advantage because everyone's kind of working together. But there's whoever wants to be the point on this.
Also,
Yeah.
a +4 as Zenith grabs the back of their head
Yep.
and goes, yeah.
So I have advantage
Yeah.
plus a d4 plus a d6 if I want it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it. Roll it all
Just
out.
don't
baby.
roll a 1.
I was gonna say, please roll a natural one. That would be hilarious.
So the total
3
comes
ones.
to 13, 16, 18 plus survival, right?
Mhm.
It's survival, so 22.
Oh yeah, he went south or down, I should say.
Oh, okay. Well then, screw what I said. Let's go down. Low.
Damn it, Jim Jar, where are you in these times? You should make these types of bets.
He was kind of like poking around the remnants of the water weird, which kind of splashed out of her, and he's like, "What? Oh, sorry, yes. Just keep in mind, unless you ask Jim Jar something, he just kind of tags.
Yeah, it's just for flavor.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Unless one of you does something that he would definitely chime up in. If you are going to continue following Droki, you could go that way, or you could head up. It is up to you at this moment. You do know you took an 8-hour rest, so Droki could be anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, this trail is cold.
I think the sooner we get on his little ass, the better.
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right.
Alrighty. So you begin following his trail.
I'm gonna go mute. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll still hear everybody though.
Okay. Hey, no problem. I was actually about to say I could use a quick rest and break myself, so quick potty break if anyone needs it. Be
No
right back.
worries.
Alrighty. As I said, very quick. So I am back. How's everyone enjoying the Whirlstone tunnels so far?
It's
Lovely.
glorious.
Pretty whirly.
If you guys had a video game mini map, I would say you're at about 50%.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I was
Couple
gonna ask you,
sword paths.
Cole.
Yeah.
So you know how you had kind of asked us what we wanted to do for
Yeah.
whether or not we were gonna do the ability improvement and everything.
Sure.
So I did not know of the polearm mastery feat.
Ah.
Could
yes, it's a
I
good
have
one.
gone with that? Or could I go with that one?
Oh yeah. Did you do an ASI?
Yes, I
When you
did.
level?
Yep.
Yeah. If you want to decrease your ability score and go with Polearm Master, yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah, because I've actually still been using like my +3 instead of +4 strength today,
Gotcha. Yeah, no
just
problem,
in
man.
case.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you would have
But-
asked me, if it would have been like months from now and you're level 10 and you're like, hey, then yeah, it would have been an issue. But nah, you're good.
Yeah, because I didn't. Oh man, I wish I had known about it because I went with the Valiant practice, which is the one with the banner, which I do think is the most. I don't think it's the strongest, but it's the most seems to be the most fun, and
yeah,
I like the
it's cool,
idea of
very
it.
flavorful. Yeah, yeah, totally.
Yeah, but it would be tell me this would be amazing with the let's see, I'm trying to look up where it is. Okay, so if I had gone with the rider practice, I could have gone with polearm mastery, right? Which then gives you
Mhm.
the ability to make an opportunity attack against any creature that enters your attack range, so that walks within 10
Right.
feet of you. And
Yep.
then the rider practice lets you, when you make an opportunity attack, you can use your reaction to either grapple or shove the creature.
Nice. Very nice.
Which would
yeah.
make sense with a polearm to be able to shove people back with it,
Sure.
which would have been awesome. Because if you could
Yeah,
just constantly be pushing people away.
I know a lot of fighters that go with the Polearm to Polearm Master mixed with Sentinel.
Because you
then-
hit and then reduce their movement speed, right?
Right. So if someone's coming up to try to attack you, you hit them when they're 10 feet away, drop their movement to 0, and then they can't get within range to hit you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it also
that's
see, and that's the thing that like I when we first started playing 5th edition, I didn't see as many options, but I've kind of since discovered them for being a sort of guardian or a sort of tank, right? Like there's a lot of ways to make yourself a huge flesh bag
Yeah.
of hit points, but there's not a lot to like dissuade people around you from attacking your allies. But now there definitely is, especially with like the new archetypes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have Xanathar's guide?
No, but I always talk. Literally I probably talk Mike's ear off about D&D for hours, and he always reads though, so he tells me.
Yeah, I was gonna say the probably one of the ultimate like tank classes. The Cavalier Fighter is
Yep.
pretty awesome as far as
Yep.
like enemy shutdown and stuff like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
really good. If you can figure out a way to specifically to have a mount in dungeons.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
But
Maybe a giant spider.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was thinking if anyone, because a lot of times any classes that require a mount, people are a little, like, but then I have to worry about my mount, and if we have to like climb a 20-foot wall, it's like my horse is just like, bye, like, cause your horse
See?
can't climb that wall.
Spider mount.
Or
Right.
you walk into the dragon's cave and your horse looks like just a delicious little snack.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. So if anyone ever really wanted to play like a mounted class, but were worried about that, I'd be all about it. So I would give them like a. Did you played Witcher 3, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I
Like
almost
Roach?
want to give them the Roach summon ability, where you can literally like maybe a certain number of times a day, magically whistle and your horse appears out of nowhere.
Well, I was actually gonna say Mike and I made a home class which is actually very similar to the Echo Knight. It was called a Void Knight, the one that we made for the campaign I played, and we took some inspiration for the mount I used, which is actually a Displacer Beast, but
That's awesome.
we took some inspiration from Guinevere from R.A. Salvatore's series.
Sure, of course.
And that would be a really good. That would be an easy
So you
option
can-
for a mount.
can-
So you could summon
right.
it from the astral plane, but
Yeah.
that would exhaust your mount, so you can just use it over and over
Right.
again.
I was thinking the Cavalier had maybe once per day they could use Summon Steed or something like
Yep.
something like that
Yep.
to help like balance it. I was also, while I was driving, I like thinking of new feats, and one of them I was thinking today was called Combat Reflexes. So essentially what it does is you gain let me see if I can properly word this. You gain a second reaction, which can only be used to make a melee weapon attack. So essentially you get two reactions. You cannot use both reactions on the same trigger. So, and you also gain the ability to make attacks of opportunity on enemies standing from prone or making ranged weapon attacks.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So you couldn't use both attacks on a single trigger. So if an enemy runs away, you couldn't make two attacks against it. You could still make one. However, say you're a fighter with multiple attacks and you use your first one to trip it, and then the next round it stands up, you could make an opportunity attack. And then if it decides to run away, you could make a second opportunity attack.
And that would also
So-
mean that if you knocked it prone, right, and then it stood up, you could use your reaction. And let's say you're using like a sword. It was knocked prone. As it stands up, you can use your reaction to attack it. But then their mage shoots you with the fireball, and you have like, let's say, a proficiency with your shield. You could then use your reaction defensively as well.
Yes. The second, you can still use your standard reaction for
Yep.
anything that you would get a standard reaction for. However, I guess essentially one of them. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. I got it. I'm working on the wording because I know if I post it on like D&D Beyond, people will try to make all the workaways around it. If you give me something to think of.
No, but I still think it does make sense though. It doesn't seem broken
Right.
at all.
Right. Exactly.
It seems like it could be useful, and it would also be very functional.
What I'm wondering,
Certain
the
builds.
thing I was kind of like bouncing back and forth is, say you have two enemies within 5 feet of you, and they both run away, or say, no, because they wouldn't. Never mind. They wouldn't move on the same turn.
Have you tried submitting it to the Unearthed Arcana subreddit? They might be able to help you with finding the right word.
I have not. I usually just come up with the stuff. I come up with overpowered things all the time and just give it to my players and let them try it out. And then if it ends up being overpowered, I nerf it. I'm not super. Oh my god, the first like long-term campaign that I ran, which Seth, you know Rachel because she's in the other campaign that we run.
Yeah. Yep.
We built a homebrew Witcher class for her. Oh my god, was it overpowered? Holy
That was so
crap.
funny. That was
Looking back
hilarious.
on it, she was a monster. Because I really wanted to give her everything a Witcher could do, but in D&D that makes you OP as fuck.
Yeah.
I was letting her brew her own spells. She had the signs, but she was still really good with us. Yeah, she was real strong. Luckily, she died. So,
Oh wow.
She was the one that got eaten by a frog, right?
she
Frog
got
Emeth, yeah.
a frog
Yeah.
hemoth. She got swallowed by a frog hemoth, and the acidity of its stomach, like, dealt the final blow. And then the very next turn was Dave's brother Sean's turn, and he killed it. It was like, oh, it was so close. But that was like the first big death in the campaign, so I was excited about it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I know all about making things too overpowered, but that's the thing is like you can always just escalate it though. You can just make your monsters
So
stronger, because I know
loud.
Yeah.
that was, like,
Why?
that's like one of the best things about having a cleric.
Why?
in
Keep changing
the
that.
party because you can just keep chucking those fireballs on in there, and the life cleric will just turn it around for you. You know, and I had made we played I think for one campaign for I think 4.5 years or so we were playing it.
Mhm. Nice.
And and that's when it gets exciting because you can kind of develop. I had developed a secondary archetype for each of the players that they had just kind of like sort of abilities and things that they would gain through just their interaction with the world. And some of it was pretty strong, but it's also really fun to do that. So
Yeah. Yeah, and I also gave her a sword based on the Erendite sword from The Witcher. Oh boy, it was stupid. It was way too strong. Way too strong. Anyway, we got about an hour left, so let's continue our adventure. Is everyone back? I assume.
Nope, not me.
Nope. You're still gone. Where'd you
Yeah.
go?
Just hell, it's fine.
It happens to the best of us. Alrighty, so.
Maybe that's better. Rip.
As you
Sorry,
continue-
didn't mean to kill your ears.
oh sorry, down, right? Oh wait, no. So this is down where Gleam is, right?
Across,
like
I should say.
Down and around. Okay, yeah.
Alright.
And my head is killing me.
Travel
Oof.
to here, and to the south of you, there is a door. It seems to be an entrance to a larger cavern, or you see up ahead. Yeah. You see that the tunnel winds, leading to a door that leads north. Let me check my Jiroki map in case you guys want to continue following him. He appears to have gone south into, yep, that area. Correct.
Oh wait, okay, so here.
Mhm.
Should we keep following him? We've come so far.
Yes, yes. Here.
All right.
Drusilla sprint ahead, as per usual.
18-year-old Scylla now is a British man for some reason.
Yeah.
Significantly.
Cheerio.
Quite. Indubitably, this is nice truck for the-
Indubitably.
Scylla now has large, bushy sideburns.
Call me Bugger.
Time skip, Zilla.
Yeah, the magic seems to have bizarre effects. So are you guys heading that way? There is a large metal door.
Oh wait, we've come to a large metal door, and this tracks
Correct.
lead through it?
If you'd like to head south, the tracks lead past a large metal door. Correct.
Oh.
I will use knock on it. Ha ha ha.
Jim
Alrighty.
Jar,
Perhaps
might you want to check it for traps, sir? Or-
You say that, but Scylla saunters up to it, casting the knock spell.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Indeed.
Choice.
So,
Huge loud
without
noise.
checking if the door was locked or trapped,
God damn it.
Scylla, as Scylla is wont to do, cast the spell. My favorite part about knock is it can be heard within like 500 feet.
Yeah, it's super fucking loud.
Oh, Jake.
I just stand in the back and just shake my head.
So Scylla walks up, puts up a knuckle, casts the spell, and just goes. 300 foot emanates from the target. Okay, a loud knock, and the door just goes and opens.
And I say, I'm a so sneaky.
God damn it, Scylla.
However, I will say, the spell is normally louder. The strange auditory phenomenon that appears in these caverns halves all sound effects. So it's only 150 feet.
Oh, okay.
And you
So
guys
it's only
have noticed
sort of really loud.
whenever you've one square is
25 feet.
25 feet. So oh Jesus, yeah, that's still a lot.
Yeah. It's like 7 squares, 6 squares.
But yeah, you've noticed whenever you've been fighting or talking, whenever someone's trying to say something to you, it's almost like you have cotton in your ears and you're like, I can't hear you. But that seems to persist throughout these tunnels. So the door opens, and let me teleport you guys real quick. What's the name of the thing? Let me make sure I have stuff hidden. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Yeah, you see everything when you walk in. Holy crap. Okay.
Knock knock, here we are.
Yeah. And then the door swings open. What is this called?
Well, I'm in the back.
Just pen.
Oh fuck.
Alrighty. So you guys appear right about here. Well, Scylla would be at the very front, and then you'd all be somewhere up here.
Oh shit! It's his Dark Materials.
So kinda
I'm
like
familiar,
British,
but I don't
right?
know anything about that series of books.
The HBO show was fucking awesome this season.
Yes, I
I
did hear it
heard.
was good, and I do love Daphne Keene. I mean, she was amazing as X-23 for sure.
Oh, dope!
Oh,
that makes
shit, that
sense.
was-
That makes sense.
Yeah, she played the excuse me, ooh boy, the main character.
That's awesome.
She did look really.
So yeah, Scylla, you would be like right in the doorway, right there.
Cool.
So as this happens, let me get my descriptive text ready here. Room number 10. Bip. The first thing you notice as you enter the room is a heavy, unpleasant musk in the air, coming from cages assembled from scrap iron on both sides of the chamber. A spiral path circles into the center of the room, marked off by small stone pylons. Two Darrow stand by a large cauldron at the front of a tent near the cave center. Never mind the numbers. That's both are talking while apparently ignoring each other. In the cages, a number of hulking bears. But at the center of the room, the Darrow appear to be performing a ritual on the large cave bear. As the knock sends the door flinging open, the Darrow turn their attention from the ritual, looking at you. One shouts, "Interlopers!"
Is the main stick person wearing any armor?
The main stick person?
He's got a glowy stick.
Oh, yes, the Darrow that seems to be performing the ritual. Is he wearing
Yes.
armor? Does not appear to be, but roll initiative, people.
I was gonna say nothing metal. Okay.
No, he does not appear to be wearing anything metal.
That's an 18 total.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Give me 1 sec so I can switch the music here on you real quick. I'm just gonna. This battle probably won't be nearly this epic, but I like epic music, so I'm gonna throw that on.
Hey, why not?
The only thing good for
Plus,
Final
I think
Fantasy 15,
5.
the music.
20.
Oh, I liked that game. I didn't play it, but I watched my friend.
Oh my
Well,
god, my cat keeps biting me.
Apparently, the Kingsglaive edition was a lot better.
Pay
than-
attention.
Well, once you, 2 years later, once all the DLC was there, it was good.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of games have that problem these days.
I just was totally almost embarrassed for that game when it first came out when I played it.
Yeah. Yeah, same. And
I
of course,
was-
I'm
I
such
was-
a fan. I bought it on day one, and then
I was so excited, and then I was like, a couple hours in, and I'm like, there's some cool stuff, but they focused so heavy on making it open world that the story was like, bye.
Yeah, exactly. The story was like non-existent.
Yeah, it was a bummer for sure. Anywho, doesn't matter. Final Fantasy VII Remake's coming out. Don't get me into it because Seth and I start talking about it every single time.
Yep.
I'm excited for that too.
Oh my god. Natural 1 for Desher. Oof.
he's rolling high today. You know,
Yeah.
he's really doing
And
it.
Nartha at the opposite end of the spectrum.
Non-natural 20.
Oh, wait a... Oh, okay. Wow, Zenith.
Get him.
Yeah. Wait, what? Sorry, my
Zenith got a 21.
Almost
Yes.
drowning makes you move faster.
Yeah,
Sorry, I got
Deshra was
distracted
just
'cause my
so
cat
stunned to see
slowly
Scylla in these caverns where things keep trying to kill us to just announce our arrival to this strange metal door that he just needs to wait to see what happens.
Well, Scylla's
Ooh,
a
the Darrow
new
roll.
bard.
Real
Used
good.
to be a
These
tinker.
like are these things
Ooh, I
like
need to roll for-
cages?
You have to live through the
Yes.
tunnels to be a tinkerer.
Used to make the magic items. Got cursed. Had to make a new job. New job, okay?
I mean, at least that's what she thinks. That's what she tells everyone. Okay. Hey, Zenith, you're going first again.
All right. Well, hearing the knock and then seeing the door swing open, he's gonna move up to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. You would also have, after the door swung open, you would have heard like some voices yell, "Interlopers, kill them!"
Yeah.
So, you know shit's
Yeah.
going down.
Yeah, so he's getting up to see what he can see. And it hasn't been an hour since he nearly drowned, has it?
An hour? Probably not quite. No.
Perfect. He's gonna move his hex
I don't
over
know if
to
I can
the,
increase
Ooh,
the
nice.
size
to
of
the
chat.
Darrow that looks more
Oh,
in
yeah, there we go.
charge.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, it's the Darrow
And
Savant.
yeah, and he's going to attempt to seduta him.
Very
How's
nice.
Oh, that's a 25 to hit. He rolled a 19.
I dare say that hits.
All right, and that's going to be 2 force and 5 necrotic for him.
7 to the Savant. Alrighty. Anything else for you?
Yeah, he's gonna move in just a little bit so that there's more space in the doorway for everybody else, and then that'll
Great.
end his turn.
I was looking up cave bear, but it's told me specifically to look up polar bear. Go. Sorry, I mutter to myself a lot. I'm not talking to any of you.
No
Shut up.
problem.
Go away.
You're
That's
fine.
okay.
Okay, Narthod, it's your turn.
I kind of just want to run up and smack Scylla in the back of the head, just lightly slap, and then just sit there with Scylla.
Okay.
Just a little slapping. That's
So-
all.
My passive perception is 14.
It's fine. Narthod, make a attack roll. It's not going to do any damage, but make an attack roll anyway.
It's a 19.
Yeah, so Scylla, Narthod just walks up, looks at you, you look at him, and he just kind of goes, and just slaps you on the back of the head.
I'm gonna goof you so hard tonight.
I don't know what that means, and I'm uncomfortable.
I don't think anybody knows.
And I just
I mean,
move right into the
oh,
doorway.
I mean, Scylla is 18 now. That's weird. Let's move along. All right, it's the Darrow Savant's turn. These guys are no joke, guys. See what it
boy.
does. Where are you? Okay, it is going to say, "You have interfered in the sacred ritual." 25. I'm gonna need both Nartha, Scylla, and Zenith are going to make dexterity saving throws for me.
Ha ha ha! I was born in dexterity saving throw.
Oh, nat 20.
No, I guess not.
Noise.
6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
15.
All right. What's your DC? Sorry. What were the saves again? Sorry.
Zenith got a nat 20, so that's a 23 total.
Yep, you're good.
9.
9. What was Narthon?
15.
Alrighty. So everyone but Scylla, the savant runs forward, placing its index and thumbs together, and sends a cone of flame as it casts Burning Hands.
Hell yeah.
So Scylla takes full damage, the other two take half damage.
Do I then half that because I'm naturally resistant?
Yes.
Sweet.
So Scylla takes 9 points of damage. You two take, or Nartha takes 5, and Zenith you would take 3.
Damn.
Alrighty, so I have too many things. Alrighty, so the Darrow go, and then Wilfred. These Darrow. The Darrow run for the cages of the bears and begin unlocking the cages as their action. Wilfred, you're up.
Oh, I'm not on the damn map. What?
We'll say you're right behind Scylla. Why not?
Sure.
Oh no, there's so many bears.
So many.
Cool. I'm just gonna go.
Oh
here.
my.
Oh. Oh boy. We're gonna try not to draw the attention of the bears and firebolt on the Darrow closest.
The Savant. Sure thing.
Thank you. That's a 19 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
And that's 9 fire damage.
Alrighty. Anything else for you?
Yeah. Moving quickly back here. That's it.
Of course. Alrighty. It is. It's the bear's turn.
Oh, wow.
Movement, 30 feet. The bears start making their way, the ones that have been unlocked. That's their go. Desher with Zenith on deck.
You said drinking. It said drinking a healing potion is a what kind of action? Just one
Bonus.
action. Bonus
Bonus
action.
action.
Is that
Yep.
only healing potions, or does that include other potions?
It's a rapid quaffing. So any type of potion is a bonus action. Since there's no like dedicated healer or anything like that, it just makes it a little more balanced, in my opinion.
All right. Desher will rapidly quaff a potion of heroism
Ooh, very good.
that he
Um,
got from the old trusty slave lieutenant.
Oh, I forgot to get my spell cards that I had fully organized and then completely forgot about.
And I just looked that up, so that gives me 10 temporary hit points in the effective bless spell
Yep.
for the next hour, correct?
Yep, you are correct. I was just looking it up, and that is right.
Damn.
Okay. Sure, we'll run forward. And he will give Scylla the side eye before he attempts to impale the old burning hands man.
Sure thing.
And then, what does the bless spell do? I can add a d4 to my attack roll.
Yes, sir. Attack and saves.
Nice, okay, so that's like 26 versus AC.
Yeah, you hit him twice.
Alright, and then that would be 9 fire damage
Fantastic. Right.
and gleam. Oof. Was it-
Every square is 5 feet. The measurement tool doesn't work when it's the pre-generated
okay.
grid.
Alright, so then he'll slash for 20 versus AC.
Oh man. Ooh.
Just biding my time.
Yeah.
The low rolls. I had to cough that potion. I was getting hit by everything.
Mm-hmm.
That will be 4 slashing damage.
Okie dokie.
And that's
Yeah,
the
you're
end of
roughing
Desert
them up
turn.
for sure. Still looks pretty hardy at this point.
Oh, wow.
Zenith, then Nartha on deck.
All right. Pointing at the savant, Zenith is going to try to do his Eldritch Blast. It's an 18 to hit,
Indeed.
and that's going to be 5 force and 1 necrotic. And I forgot to mention it last time, he does have that disadvantage on his first attack.
Gotcha. All right.
But other than, he's going to move away
I'm
from
gonna
the
try
group
to
a little bit
persuade.
All right. Probably a smart move.
and kind of hide a little bit behind this
The pillar.
gem, sort of.
They're stone pillars,
Oh, perfect.
so those go all the way up to the roof. Already. Nartha, and then the savant.
So he's gonna does that gout of flame, and I'm gonna kind of jump back and be like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! We're just here looking for Droki." We don't. Why such hostility? I don't understand.
Make a deception check if you want to use that as your action.
Mm.
Is that deception?
Persuasion then. It's fine. Whichever you prefer.
Well, they're both 0, so it would be a total of 16.
Okay. Alrighty, you're not sure of the effect of that.
And then I will say that, jumping back, and then drink a healing potion.
Alrighty. Alrighty, it is his turn. Gleam gets an attack of opportunity as he shifts away.
Again, 20 versus AC. Wow.
Yep, he hits.
That would be 5 slashing damage.
Your words seem to fall on deaf ears, Nartha.
So be it.
Alright, I'm sorry, but he's got this, so I need dexterity save throws from Gleam, Desher, and Scylla.
Well,
Alright, Gleam got an 18. Desher probably roll horribly. No? 12.
Both successes.
24.
All successes. Alright, so let's hope I roll either low or high and kill all of you.
Oh no, is it a lightning bolt?
It's a lightning bolt.
Oh god, I love that
Oh,
spell. but
God.
Not when it's cast on me.
Yeah. My favorite spell in my Sea Sorcerer in my other game.
Okay. So, all of you take half of 8d6 damage.
holy shit.
Who do I go after in the rotation?
Okay, so you all suffer 14 points of lightning damage.
That's after the reduction?
Correct.
Did you hear what Scylla asked?
Yeah, who do you go after? Oh shit, I don't think I added you to the
I was gonna say, because I might have gotten skipped.
You very well may have. Scylla, you were
'Cause-
11.
Because
So
retroactively, I would have just done Cure Wounds.
okay, sorry. Yeah, you should have been right before Dasher. I apologize
Okay.
for that.
Okay, retroactively, I took Cure Wounds and a Big Wig if there was something, if I still had some in my pocket.
Sure. Okay. So do roll your cure wounds, and then you are also a size larger.
All right, cool. 10. All right, cool. Then I don't go down immediately.
Sorry, my
Yeah.
bad.
And it's
Cool.
terrible.
Yeah, no problem.
It's
Then,
like one of those
Uh,
situations you just
I
sit
would
there
say
looking at it and you're
I will,
like,
were you planning
it's
on
just worthless now.
staying where you are, or were you planning on moving?
I can't.
Hope
Yeah,
it wasn't
probably
expensive,
gonna
like
go.
a steak or something.
What was the other?
When your turn came up, were you planning on moving somewhere
Yeah,
else?
I was gonna go. I was gonna go try to free another bear.
What?
Okay, I'll say you didn't take the lightning bolt in that case because your turn would have came first and you would have moved, so you're fine.
okay.
So you didn't take that lightning damage.
Okay. How far
that
can
was-
I go?
that was
I
my
can't
mistake.
tell what the scale is on this.
Each square is 5 feet.
Okay.
For the record, Dasher in another life also wouldn't have been where that lightning bolt is. He would have just stayed at home.
Is this your ability to carve time?
Oh, get that Dunamancy going.
Carve into the 4th dimension as we were talking the other day.
Yep.
That's happening.
Oh God.
That needs to be like a 9th level spell. Carve dimension.
I
Tell
still
your,
can't believe that my
professor to get on that.
fucking. Yeah, I still can't believe that my fucking college degree professor wrote that.
He was on some primo.
He must
He was
have
on
been.
some-
Holy shit.
You know, that's actually very possible.
Alrighty, it is the Darrow's turn. They're gonna do the same
Fuck.
thing. And then it is Wilfred with the with my terrible handwriting. It looks like beers, but bears after that.
All right.
Wait, so I see Scylla run
Oh,
past me
no.
towards the bears?
That's some good shit
Mhm.
though. Chicken fajitas.
yeah.
That's some
This
good
is not
stuff.
the weirdest thing you've seen Scylla do.
Yeah, you
Well,
raise
now
a
I'm
fair point.
large. Funny.
Oh yeah, that's okay. It's okay now. She's bigger than she was before, so and she's 18, so it's acceptable.
Well, I guess I should say I grew a couple inches, right? I should figure out my new height.
You are considered a large creature currently. You're probably like 10 feet tall, roughly, right now.
Dope.
10 feet of bare feet, eh?
Alrighty, Wilfred, what you doing?
Okay. Well, this is a shit show and a half, huh?
5, 10, 15, 20.
Wilfred is gonna peek around the corner for 1, 2, 3. Oh god, he's still there.
You'll find Desher like looking singed, his hair standing up.
Yeah, I think
Still with a little bit of crackling electricity coming off of his armor.
I think Wilfred's gonna try the Earth Hand again.
Do it.
So I need a DC 14 Strength save.
Not his best
Come on.
stat. I rolled a 4.
Yeah.
All right. So he is restrained and takes
Very good.
6 bludgeoning. That's a 6 and a 2. 8 total. And
Kind of need
Wilfred
coffee right
retreats
now. I'm
back
getting
around.
tired.
Ooh. The savant is very. Alrighty. Bear's turn. Okay, so the bear that's getting the interrupted. Okay.
Oh, great.
So this bear turns and lashes out on the Darrow standing next to it. It was performing the ritual as it is not under its control yet.
Huh. That's cool.
Wow, I rolled a 2 and a 6. So it attempts to claw, attempts to bite, misses both, but the Darrow's like, ah, shit, there's a wild bear. These bears, however, 30 feet.
It's gonna attack you with its butt.
Yep. Too lazy to
I'm-
rotate right now.
I'm immune to butt attacks, so that's really good.
All right, so you take attack from the polar bear. It gets 1 bite and 1 claw.
And now the bears owe us a life debt.
That's an 18 to hit and a miss because I rolled a 2.
Yo,
So it hits with its bite attack.
noise. Revenant.
I rolled a 1.
Revenant.
However, it's +5, so you take 6 points of bite damage.
Hell yeah. Damage.
That's it for Bear's turn. All right, we have Scylla and then Desher.
Am I bigger than the bear now? Or like
Mm.
same size?
These are pretty big. They're large beasts, so
Oh,
you're
okay.
about the same
Gotcha.
size.
They're
You're
like
considered a
monstrous.
large creature.
Gotcha. I'll go over here. Well, I'll just do. I have it. I'll do Thunder Wave. 15-foot cube. Con 14.
Ooh, okay, so you're gonna hit 3. You're gonna hit 2 bears and the Darrow.
Dope.
Con save, you said?
Yeah, Con 14.
2 fail. 14 success and fail on the Darrow.
Okay, so 6 full damage and then 10 feet pushed away.
Alrighty. And you seem to have enraged the bear that was attacking the Darrow there.
I was trying to free you. I'm
Do you
not a
speak
druid.
bear?
I'm not a druid. You don't understand me, guys. I'm a new bard. I'm new at this.
You're like 2,000-year-old new bard.
I told you, new occupation. I've been doing this for a couple of years. The other thing with the magic items, that was thousands of years.
And at no point did you think maybe learning another language would be helpful?
For some reason, know Undercommon, and that's coming in handy.
And as this conversation is happening, it's Desher's turn.
Well, Gleam will lunge forward. You said this Darrow was looking pretty rough, correct?
Very.
Yeah, and he is restrained, right? So I get
Yes.
advantage. Cool. Good thing. Come on. Oh, that's not great. That would be a 13 versus AC.
That misses, unfortunately. As your blade comes
Shame.
down, it seems like it should hit. It glances off some sort of magical armor that he seems to have around him.
Okay, that was Gleam, by the way, not Desher.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Okay, yeah. Normally I
Claw-
go first with Desher, but I thought Gleam might be able to finish him off. So
Claw Fangs. Yeah, he seems to be scraping up against some sort of arcane armor.
okay. Here. He's not gonna stand in between Scylla and danger, but he will stand next to Scylla and or near, and then he will attempt to attack, finish off this Darrow.
Yes.
18 or a natural 1, so it'd be 18. 21
Definitely
versus
hits.
AC.
Yes.
That would be 7 fire damage.
There
And
we
with
go.
that, you describe how your flaming blade destroys the magical Darrow.
Well, it's more of a mercy killing as I see him just getting by this fist of dirt. He'll just one quick stab finish him off. And I will
And-
turn and quaff a potion.
Gotcha. And as this happens,
gotta
as
mark
the
that
magical
off.
Darrow is killed, all of the bears in the room seem to go into some sort of rage.
Ah,
You're not sure exactly what effect this will have, but they seem to be acting erratically.
Oh, good.
Zenith, it's your turn. Nartha on deck.
Well, the bears are definitely enraged, but they don't seem to immediately be turning on us, correct?
Make a perception check.
That's a 4.
You have no idea. They seem to be going into. You may have just killed their papa. You may have freed them. You have no idea.
All right, well, he's going to kind of peek out from behind the pillar, and he's going to move his hex over to this Darrow over here. And he's going to try to shoot.
Sorry,
And
which one? That guy?
No, I was going to go for this
Oh,
one.
that guy. Gotcha. Okay, cool.
It's a 13 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That just hits, I should say.
All right, so that's going to be 5 force and 3 necrotic. And then he's going to kind of get back behind that pillar.
The Darrow stumbles down onto one knee, seemingly taking grievous damage on that. You know from previous experience that most of the Darrow grunts are not the strongest warriors. It's when they attack in numbers that it becomes an issue. Already, Nartha.
Let's see, I'm going to take the hide action
Okay.
behind this pillar.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Oh boy, it's really high. It's a 25.
You feel significantly hidden.
And I'm just gonna kind of watch and see how the bears react and attack, and just kind of I'll attack the Darrow if the bears go after the Darrow. I'll attack the bears if they go after teammates. Just kind of see what happens.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
Pizza.
As that one moves beyond the bear takes an attack of opportunity. Natural 20 with its
Ah,
bonus
oh
attack.
man.
That's gonna suck for him.
I love these bears.
Nice.
Oh boy. Oof. 16, 17, 18. He's dead. with one attack. He goes to run past, and the bear just turns and looks, and you just see his large maw just close around the Darrow's head, and he just starts shaking him around like a rag doll and throws him aside.
Jurassic Park
L-
shit.
Yep, he was like the lawyer on the toilet. Very bad news for him. Seeing this, the other Darrow in the room start to run away. Alrighty, Wilfred, it is your turn.
Okay. So it looks like I can move the hand to a square within 5 feet of itself.
Oh, nice. Okay.
If I'm reading that correctly.
I'll
Bottom
say that sounds good to me.
Okay, so I'm gonna move the hand between. Oh, here's this. As my action. Please, mouse work. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties here.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I'm gonna move the hand between Scylla and the bear, and and not do anything else because they haven't attacked this yet.
Wow,
So, that's it.
sounds good. Is the bears turn? Let's see. The bears that were under the control of, I almost said Drow, under the Darrow, start charging after the fleeing Darrow. This bear. Where's that bear? Moves to attack Scylla.
Ah!
If you'd like to trigger your reaction, you can there.
Oh, I don't have a reaction. It's a whole action to move it.
Oh.
If
Gotcha.
only.
Okay. 16 to hit Scylla.
That's my AC.
Okay. And that's going to be a miss in that case. You get 1 bite. That's going to be 14 points of bite damage.
Okay, I was at 12.
So Scylla goes unconscious as the bear, Revenant style, jumps on top and starts tearing at Scylla.
Sorry, I'm
It's-
not
it's a
laughing.
It's a strange sight because Scylla is this massive hulking figure now, having eaten the bigwig, and looks like she is in dire straits at this point. Scylla, it's your turn. I need a death saving throw.
Oh no.
Oof. And
6.
oh no.
One fail.
Just saying, animals, depending on how Cole wants to do it.
That bear's only 20 feet away from you, by the way, Narthal.
Right. I was just thinking about how animals in the
Yeah.
wild react to this type of situation.
Well, they seem to have this strange magic cast on them at this point as well, so they're acting erratically. Okay, Desher's turn with Zenith on deck.
Is okay. So Scylla is
In
still
the
Can I
wild.
occupy the square as here?
That bear would chomp down until it was dead. Should automatically
Can you
be a
hear me?
critical hit.
Oh,
Hello?
sorry, yeah. That square with the little yellow circle, that's where the earthen hand is.
Oh wait. So I can't be in this square. Can I be in this square here? Is that
Gleam can fly at this point, correct?
Yeah, he can.
Then he could hover over Scylla at this point, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, but he can't end his turn. Prevent
Correct.
things, 'cause-
Ooh, excuse me. Yes, correct.
Okay. All right. Then he will make some claw attacks. That would be 9 versus AC against the bear.
The claw lashes out against the bear, but its thick hide prevents any damage.
How does this hide feel about a flaming glaive?
Probably not good.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. It'll be like 24 versus AC.
Yep, you doubled its AC.
Hair is very flammable.
Low damage. That will be 5 fire damage. I will activate my newfound mastery of my polearm and bring the butt of the glaive across to smack the bear in the head for another attack using my bonus action.
Yep.
And 12 versus AC. Did you say that
Just
ties?
hits.
Oh, it does
Just
hit.
hits.
Okay.
Yep.
And then this is not as much. That'd be 6 bludgeoning damage.
Great. All right. You have definitely injured the bear, but it doesn't seem to have taken a massive amount of damage.
I'll just be yelling, "We'll get you out of there, Scylla!"
As it's just slapping the,
Yeah.
the lifeless corpse around. Or lifeless body, not a corpse yet. Zenith and then Nartha on deck.
Alright, Zenith is going to move up, so. 25. Okay, he's gonna get up to about here, and he's gonna move his hex over to the bear,
Okay.
and he's gonna do what is rapidly becoming his signature move
Yeah.
of the Eldritch Blast, and it's gonna be an 11 to hit.
Next stream
Just
will
misses, unfortunately.
probably.
So it just
What's the
sails
date? Ooh,
wide,
that's a good question.
And as it looks like it's gonna hit, but then the bear, kind of, I was gonna say bears down, but that's terrible.
Probably be the
on
27th,
Scylla,
as long as
and it
everybody
just
can make it,
glides
and it's
right over
my
top.
campaign, taking place
it's
in
gonna
a
be the
home
end of
brewed
his turn.
world.
Nartha, you're up.
And the next one for this would be next Saturday. Okay, I'm gonna move to this. Oops, this spot. It makes it 35 feet. And does Desher count as being flanking? Because he's got the reach, or no?
Yeah, for
And
sure.
Gleam's there
Okay.
too, so I think that would help.
So, punch. It's a 26, 27.
Yeah.
First attack, and we will do 10.
Its AC is 12. Its AC is 12. So as long as you roll up above that, you're
Okay,
good.
first attack's 10 damage. And then
Nice.
I'm going to use a key point to do Familiar Blows.
Great.
That's a same roll. And
Yep.
Yep, the next one's 21, so both hit. 9 damage and another 9 damage.
Ooh. Nartha putting in work on that one.
And then I will hop back 5 feet to try to provoke the attack of opportunity.
All right. So the bear went from pretty injured to very injured on that turn. I rolled a 9 plus 5, 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
So it in its wounded state, it goes to take a swipe, and the bear has turned away from Scylla at this point, and it's barely standing. It's bloodied. It's injured. You probably cracked a couple of its ribs at this point. This poor bear that has been pulled into this pen and has been attempted to be magically enslaved. I'm just trying to make it feel bad for the
Yeah.
bear. Alright, is that everything for Nartha?
Yes, it is.
This bear is actually the queen of Eberholt. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Jesus.
Darrow, continue to just run away. And
Cowan.
Wilfred, it's your turn.
Okay, probably gonna be futile, but I want the bear to make a strength save as the earth hand grabs it. DC 14.
9 plus...
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, damn it. 9 plus 5, 14. It just makes it.
Yeah, that's okay. That was my action. I don't have any bonus action spells, so that's all they wrote.
Yeah, it would make it quite mad,
Alrighty, it's the bear's turn.
but it's
So these bears,
really hurt now.
being freed of their bonds, continue chasing their tormentors. Roughly that way. One of them running backwards. Scylla and then Desher.
Monks, man. And I got lucky in the beginning. I have these things called the Wraps
What are you doing?
of Diamec,
death saves,
which
yes. That's a
automatically makes my punches
success. One fail, one
magic,
success.
so I can
Desher,
hit
your go.
ghosts, basically. I can hit with magic damage,
I'm assuming
and
this
it
bear
gives
is
me a
still just
plus
in
8
berserk,
to
right?
hit, which is
Uh,
fucking crazy.
It
And it gives me plus 6 damage.
pretty much.
So
It
if I
seems to
roll
be
a
lashing out
d4
at anything
at plus
around it.
6 automatically hits for 10
the
damage, and I can hit 3 times at this
was
level.
not
If I do
complete on
Fury
it,
of
so it just
Blows,
seems to
I can hit
be
up to 30
kind of a
points of damage in
normal
one
bear,
round.
seemingly defending its life.
To be fair, the bears had a very trying day.
All right, then it will be as Gleam finally manages to get past the tough fur. He will deal 6 slashing damage with his claws.
All right.
I rolled a 12, so
How does Gleam put this bear out of its misery?
he finally manages to wriggle his way in between Zilla's corpse and the bear. Gets his claws and teeth around the bear's throat and is able to bleed it out. And he, as
Man, my head's
the bear
killing me.
falls lifeless to the ground, Gleam squirms his way out from underneath it, looking
And
quite
Scylla
proud of
drowns in
himself
blood.
and licking his jowls. Yeah, Scylla just drowns.
So, as this happens, the Darrow go invisible and run off, and you see the other cave bears chasing after them, seemingly going after the cause of their torment. And you are all left with Scylla on the ground, slowly bleeding out at this point. Zenith, it's your turn.
Oh, well, it looks like pretty much everybody. The polar bear's dead, right?
Yep. All threats are currently dealt with. However, Scylla is in a very bad condition.
All right, I just wanted to double check that. Oh yeah, he's gonna run up to Scylla and take that health potion that I think Desher gave him, and he's just gonna kind of just jam that down her throat.
Alrighty. And that's a standard healing potion, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Scylla, you awaken with 10 hit points, with half of a dead bear on top of you.
I
And
stopped
Gleam.
the ritual.
Yeah, I don't think the bear appreciated that as much as you maybe wanted it to.
You know, I'm really, really glad that you're not dead right now. But did you perhaps learn something in all this?
Rogues should pick locks. Bards should sing songs.
Yes, it's good, Scylla.
Rogues should open doors.
Can I?
We should hire a rogue. You're very right. Hire a rogue.
We have one.
Where?
His name is Jim Jar.
Jim Jar.
He's not there.
Yeah, he's not there.
No, he's actually not there. You have no idea where he went.
Oh no,
Not
Jim
even
Jar.
here.
Oh, for fuck's
Jim
sake.
Jar, it's clear. And as I say that, I will go over to take a claw or a tooth from the polar bear.
Easily done. And you have made progress through the Whirlstone tunnels. And Jim Jar seems to have wandered off somewhere. You're not really sure exactly where he went. And as someone who seems to be very concerned with protecting his investments, you may be a little concerned. But as it is now 2 a.m. my time, we will be continuing this on possibly Tuesday if everyone's interested.
Oh, I'm
Cool.
interested. But what time would that
I'm
be?
good.
Dave, you said that you couldn't meet up until at least like 9 o'clock on a weekday,
Oh,
correct?
okay, yeah, then I can do Tuesday.
Yeah, like 9 for
Yeah.
family reasons.
Yeah, sure. You
I
and
can
your
do that.
children,
Yeah.
wife. Ugh.
Fucking gross.
So, yeah, Tuesday at around 9 Eastern time, if everyone's available. I know that. Is that a little too early for, I have no idea what time zone you guys are in.
I'm Eastern as well, so.
Okay,
I'm-
cool.
It's 6 p.m. for me, but like, where am I gonna be?
Fair enough.
Where am I going?
So, Tuesday night, we can continue this if everyone's down, which it sounds like you guys are. And
Yeah.
I will hopefully not be in a state of
So Tuesday,
I sound drunk, but I'm just really tired.
Like, do you listen to Critical Role? If that's just
No
basically,
worries, dude. Like, you
grog.
Do what you gotta do.
but yeah.
No kidding.
All right,
So it's
guys.
like we're gonna need Tuesday night.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
You only have 45% more of the tunnels to explore.
Excellent.
Cool.
Something tells me a short rest might be in order, but this room is the wrong place to do it in.
Yeah.
If you guys want to take a short rest here, feel free to do so, but we'll get to that on Tuesday.
Oh man, I'm worried about Jim Jar.
Nah.
Yeah, ditto.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jim Jar.
Where did we last